Alright, so when we last left off with our party, you guys, uh, you know, had woken up in that weird place, not remembering anything about yourselves, not even knowing what the hell, well, sort of knowing what the hell you were once you kind of investigated, uh, but having no memories of your life, no knowledge of what you did for a living, that sort of thing. Um, and slowly you kind of pieced it all together. And when you finished, you found yourself in this in this huge room, and a cloud giant has descended down from the ceiling and is looking at you all and is chatting with you. It has told you some stuff about evil giants or bad giants doing bad stuff, and that the powers that be say that you were the ones that are going to stop this. Did any of you insight him?
I think a few
Of
of
course
us
not.
would.
Nope. I don't think I did. Pretty sure I'm not that smart. Then again, I don't know my intelligence score, so we'll see.
Alright, so I said when we last left off, he said he was going to take you guys to Tribor, which one of you, Shuttle's character, apparently wrote a book about. And she found it in that illusionary library. So she's apparently all excited about this, and she's currently over there saying stuff that she wish she could remember and wish she had time to have read that book that she wrote, because clearly she could have been some major help. And maybe when she gets there, she'll remember some stuff. That sort of thing. The cloud giant looks around at you all and says, "Well, I think it's going to be a little while before we get there. Maybe 2 weeks."
2 weeks.
That
Oh,
long?
yes. So, yes, from where we are now, it'll take approximately 2 weeks to get there.
Fair enough. Traveling sounds like fun. How are we gonna get there?
Oh, well, we're going to get there here in my tower, of course. She looks surprised at you all.
I raise an
Just,
eyebrow.
like, stare.
We're in the tower.
Oh, yes. He walks over to this curtain, kind of throws it back, and opens the door. And you just hear wind whistling by as he does that. And it's like whipping around. It's whipping up Evergreen's hair. It's ruffling Red's feathers. And he's basically showing you out. You see a cloud drift by. You see a couple birds staring in at you. And he closes the
Hi,
door
birds.
again. Yes, we're in my tower.
I'm really glad we didn't see Tom Kenny when he threw open that curtain.
So what do you guys do with this revelation?
Everyone's just gonna go with it. She's like, alright. Go and float your boat or your tower, I guess.
But like,
So we're flying right now?
Oh yes, we are flying.
You know,
You can make
here's
things
a
fly?
thought.
He,
Here's a thought.
he kind of thinks for a moment and says, "Well, I can make my tower fly
Can you make people fly?
if I picked one of you small folk up and threw you. Yes, but that would probably injure or possibly kill you, and I would never do that. I love the small folk, you see."
Oh.
Who are you calling small? I look up at him.
The giant just kind of looks down at you and goes, "Well, to me you are, but I imagine to the rest of people around you, you are quite large."
You bet I am.
So, Tribor it is, yes?
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. He starts to to start. He starts floating and is heading back up through that hole in the ceiling.
I'm never gonna get used to that, just so you guys. It's Bucky.
You feel a slight, change of momentum. But you hadn't realized that anything had been moving to begin with, but now you definitely feel like something has just come to a halt. Everybody roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh.
You want to go ahead and roll for me, Chris?
All right.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, we're doing great. A quick question: do I have my thieves' tools and shit?
Did you pick it up from the table?
I mean, I assume I would have if they were there.
I think so. Yes. If it's in your inventory, you've got it. If it's not, you probably left it behind. By the way, I feel very sad that I constructed this game at least a week before it would have been really easy to make your character sheets. I did it the hard way, and then suddenly the easy way came out.
That's okay.
It only came out for the official, setup, not the shaped sheets that I have here. But it would have been nice to be able to use that feature. I would have shifted my balance back over to that one. So the next game I run is definitely going to be with the original sheet design instead of shaped, just so that we can take advantage of the charactermancy. So, blue and yellow. As everything shifts, you kind of lose your balance and get thrown to the ground.
Oh.
You guys okay? You should really be careful.
For the look of things, yellow probably face plants on top of blue's legs, considering where you guys are standing.
Probably. I start coughing up his fur. The bugbear's fur. Don't you ever shave?
No.
Why not?
I look at the bugbear and I look at the other dude and go, I don't think any of us want to see that. No offense.
None taken.
All right, you feel the voice begin to move again as it moves off.
Oh, let's hope we're going in the right direction.
Oh well, we've got no, so might as well just enjoy the ride.
All right, so things are moving along. Hours go by. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna do some pottery.
I'm just sitting there next to the giant statue, bored. I get out a whetstone and start sharpening my sword. I'm like really bored out of my mind.
Black is just
2 weeks like this,
Yeah, it feels natural to you. But unfortunately for Gillard, he's apparently rolled snake eyes with his bone dice.
You guys,
I think I'm going to try to prestidigitate some of the torches on and off.
Alright, so that was Threckmore. You have that ability. You do not appear to have that ability. Like, you try to use it, and if you're trying to specifically use prestidigitation, you find that it does not work. If you're just trying anything that will cause are you trying to use prestidigitation specifically, or are you trying to use anything that will cause the torches to go on and off?
Pretty much that's both specifically.
Alright, so that spell clearly is not working. Evidently you do not have that in your repertoire. You're aware that it exists, but you feel like you do not possess it, unless you gained its knowledge recently in your level ups.
All right.
Dog.
So, does any of you have anything to eat on you?
Sorry, I haven't brought my thing up. Do I still have Goodberry?
Hold on, I think you do. I think I gave that one to you.
If I do, I'll cast.
Yes, you have Goodberry, which means that you can cast it. And I'm not going to be to play with the components thing because I haven't done that before. If I ever decide to do a complete survival roll, which I'm sure that I think that Turtle Butter would be a lot better at doing a survival game than me. I would then use the components pouch, but I keep forgetting to use the stupid components pouch, so I never rule that you need a specific component to cast a spell. So yes, you do have the ability to cast good berry, and everybody has good berries all around. Their stomachs are filled, and we're not running the risk
Hooray.
of starving to death down there.
I was starting to take out my hunting trap, and then I see the good berries. I'm like, okay, I'll save this for later.
All
I'll
right.
tell you, like, I pulled out some salt, started salting my own leg. Oh, food? Oh, okay.
So, are you going to try different things on each day, or would you like to wait until something actually happens to do anything?
I'm
Once
actually
I
going
do
to so I have from the other room that we took out weapons. I believe I took out two hand axes and a greatsword.
If it's on your character, if you remember to mark it down your character sheet, then you didn't have that. Yes.
Yeah. I want to just train to see if I'm proficient. Pretty much what I'm trying to do is to see if the fighting styles I have is wait, let me check. Square weapon fighting or two weapon fighting, if any of those are it. So I'm just gonna be practicing or sparring to see which is more natural.
It feels like you're better with two-weapon fighting than anything else.
Okay.
I want to check for secret doors, because I can. There probably aren't any. Fuck it.
All right.
Are there?
So you go around the room. You find no other secrets. You do peek around the curtain and manage to get the door open again. And you see the birds flying around out there. And as you're staring at there, you spot a... Actually, roll a fate check for me. 1d100.
Play with the gods today. The cloud giant sneezes steps on you and feels your office. Ew, it's on the road.
1d100. Okay. Yeah, you close the door before you see anything of interest.
Dang.
So that's day one. Like I said, again, do you wish to do it day by day until something happens, or do you just wish to have a recap until something happens?
I mean, we can have a read.
Yeah, I mean it's 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right. So everybody, roll me a 1d100, and we'll see if anything interesting happens. Well, before something planned happens. So, Thrackmore, on day 2 of your time in here in the tower, you happen to wander over to the door behind the curtain, open it up, and just stare out at the birds that are flying around out there. They're occasionally landing on the cloud that's supporting the tower, and kind of stare back at you. And even as you stare back at them, you suddenly hear this loud cawing noise from above, and you see a griffin descending down from a higher roost on the tower to charge after the bird you were looking at.
Guys, there's a griffin out there.
Really? That's bitchin'.
Would I remember if I've seen a griffin or know what it is?
Roll a nature check if you have it.
I'll roll one.
Oh shit. Well, I'm not proficient. So.
You said roll nature.
Yep.
It looks like a bunch of things got together and fucked each other. That's what it looks.
Alright, let me look at something real quick. Yeah, by the way, let's see. Nope, I got the same rules you did. Actually, I got one different from you, but you leveled up, so everything's good now. I was just double checking that. But anyway, so yeah, neither of you can ever recall actually seeing a griffin before. It kind of eyes Thrackmore, who's standing there watching it, and
He likes you.
descends down to the cloud that's supporting the tower. And that was the second day. On the third day of you guys being here,
Day 3 of complete isolation. We have been with the cloud giant for 3 days.
Blue,
Already texture high.
you're the one hanging out close to the door. And as you open it up to look outside, you see 9 very thin and lightly armored humans riding giant vultures. They land atop the cloud, whereupon the humans dismount. All the riders wear steel helmets that cover their eyes and resemble stylized bird heads. One of them is equipped with a shoulder bag adorned with a smiling face.
Guys, I think we have company.
I
I'm
rush
cool.
over to whoever saw that. I
I'm
kind
the
of
Andrew over there.
I look curiously at the helmets. Like, why would someone wear a helmet shaped like a bird? Like,
Do
Guys,
a
I don't trust him.
do a
Don't
history
be
check.
me? Yellow?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, I don't trust him. Can I shoot lightning at him?
No, don't do it.
Let me do it first, please. I'm
Let's
good
make
at this.
sure we know that
So are you guys going to proactively attack these guys?
No, we are not.
We
I
are
will-
waiting. Look,
I asked nicely.
I'm
we
gone.
are not attacking yet.
You don't see me.
We'll only
Okay,
attack
so
if
attack.
attack.
Damn it.
Got it, guys?
Hold on a
Good.
second.
Oh, plus we had the BFG upstairs. He could probably take care of him too.
All right. Can you see? Can you see this area now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm just putting out the tokens so that you know what you're looking at.
Oh, right.
All right.
That's a lot.
Yep. That's just the vultures.
I mean, yeah, we'll be fine.
As long as they're aggressive.
I'm just hiding. I'll be fine. I'll just keep hiding until the fight is over.
I'm just
You
gonna
guys
keep
want to
watching
attack
out
now?
of curiosity.
They're not attacking you, unless you guys are planning on shooting lightning bolts at them. At least not
I
as far
would
as you
love
know.
to. I
No,
look at them and go,
don't.
For those of you who aren't in our alternate Saturday game, when these guys showed up in that game, they shot lightning down at them and killed some of the party members,
I haven't killed a
including.
party member yet.
Well,
Don't
thankfully
get me
you had healers in the party. You were able to bring them back from death status, but you did
Pretty
kill the
much.
wolf. You killed my pet wolf. So. And by the way, this is exactly why I was laughing at the fact that those guys showed up when they did. It's like, oh my god, those guys. Oh, I know who these guys are.
yeah, I'm like, fuck those guys. I don't trust them.
Yeah.
Shoot lightning at 'em.
But basically, the bottom of the tower is currently surrounded by 9 giant vultures, each carrying occultists. 2 of the vultures have landed and disgorged their cultists, who are now walking in. One of them has a bag.
I'm gonna insect them real quick since I can now.
I'm hiding, so I'm good. I want to see who's the leader,
I got a
and
19.
just be prepared.
The cultists
Yeah.
come in, they kind of glance at you guys, and
As
seem to
they
be.
come in, I take out the greatsword and I'm just ready. If they make any type of aggression, I'm gonna.
One of them just kind of rolls her eyes at you, and the other his eyes at you. Sorry, the two fanatics are both male. He just rolls his eyes at you, and the other one kind of approaches this area in the middle here, looks up towards the ceiling, and yells, "Hey, giant! We wish to talk to you."
Hey, jackass, he has a name.
And the cultist kind of ignores you as the cloud giant comes descending down, nearly stepping on the bugbear. But
Hey, watch where you're stepping.
oh, most sorry. He kind of like looks down and looks at the cultist. Oh, who are you? Oh, we came here to talk. You're a cloud giant. We are hoping to form an alliance with you and our master. Oh, that does not really seem like something I would be interested in. Nick, you're rolling the history check on these guys?
Yeah.
Okay. And insight. Anthony, you know that they're being truthful if they want to form an alliance with the Cloud Giant.
Well,
And Gillard, the answer is yes. You can make a check. Nick, to finish off your roll there. Your role is that as you stare at them and think hard upon the matter, you have this remembrance of a very fanatical cult that aligns himself with an evil elemental, the Prince of Air, that wore helmets just like this, that rode around on giant vultures. Most likely these are the same members of that same cult. That they're clearly evil. And
I don't trust them.
Since I remember that, I'm gonna take 2 steps forward and extend my greatsword and just point it near his torso.
I thought you were gonna try and trip.
Guys, settle down, everyone. Jesus Christ, you guys are
Just
aggressive.
in case
Easy,
something
easy.
happens, like. Mhm.
1 second, I just need to roll something.
I'm gonna prepare an action.
Nope. Gillard,
Yes.
congratulations, Gillard.
Yeah.
You have a bag in your hand with a smiley face on it. What do you do?
I stash it
Okay.
away for now.
Can he wink at me and I can smile back at him slightly? Do I
The
think it's
cultists
funny?
have not noticed this at all. But they're basically still ignoring you. They kind of glance at your sword and like look at the giant, and they're basically saying, "So what say you, giant?"
Don't do it. It's a trap.
The giant just kind of shakes his head. I really have no wish to ally myself with your cause. Please leave my tower. And the two cultists kind of like look at each other and kind of mumble. One of the most waste of our time, and they both start moving out. What do you guys do? Do you wish to stop them, or
As he moves away from the giant, can I just try to like smoothly just try to trip him, like to make him fall on his face and just like say like oops as I walk the other way?
roll a dexterity check?
Oh, this is bad. I just want to trip him. No.
Nope. You not only do you fail to trip them, but they it's such a bad attempt that they don't even notice you attempted to trip them as they left.
Oh, thank God.
So they they basically get back out onto their steeds.
I'm going to turn to Zephyros and say, what was that about?
Sephiroth kind of shrugs. Frankly, I have no idea. They didn't appear to be very pleasant sorts, now did they?
No,
Absolutely
not really.
not.
Well, who is their master and what cause did they serve?
Probably some douchebag.
Nick, you were able to answer that. You you remember that they serve Yan Si Bin, the Prince of Evil Air.
Right. They're followers of Yan Si Bin, a primordial, I think an elemental of the plane of air who destroys. And so they follow him, which means they follow destruction. That not an honorable way. Next time I see one of those, and I do like the kill sign over my neck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes.
I look up at Zephyros, which is kind of uncomfortable to me since I usually look down at people. Why would they want your allegiance?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that, please? I kind of didn't hear you.
Yeah, why would they want your allegiance?
He is a cloud giant.
Well, perhaps because some of my fellow cloud giants have been less than pleasant lately towards the small folk.
Is that so?
Yes, I'm afraid so. Perhaps some of you would be willing to stand watch outside my tower to make sure that they or others like them don't approach on our journey.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll keep watch.
I'll assist. Well,
Do you want anyone? Question. What's the order if I see someone? Let them land or shoot them down?
Let them land unless they are, well, looking like they're about to attack, with flaming arrows or some such thing.
Do not attack unless you are attacked first.
Yes. Just because they land people on the cloud does not mean they're necessarily going to attack us. So, well, he kind of looks at you. Well, since the powers that be did say that you would be the ones to fix things, I guess I should trust your judgment on those matters. Which is funny because considering you guys don't have any memory.
that is an awful.
Oh yeah, those powers. Yeah.
Uh,
What's he talking about?
but Black is gonna sneakily keep watch outside.
Alright.
If no one's there, he's gonna take a look in what he's got. See if there's anything cool in there. I don't know.
I'm gonna attempt to create water.
Alright, you're attempting to create water. Got it. Hold on, I need to check a sheet. And unless you recently acquired it, it does not work.
Okay.
So, meanwhile, as you guys are recovering from this particular event, Miss mentally recovering, and the giant has once again returned up the shaft. Quentin, you have a bag in your possession that you stole off of one of them. It's got a smiley face on it.
I'm gonna rummage through it. See if
All
there's
right.
anything in there.
Can I see if I
Yeah.
notice him doing this?
Yeah, all of you would notice him doing this. 1 second, guys.
Why do I feel like that was a bad thing?
I'm gonna look over his shoulder and watch him.
You don't know what this is. This is my bag.
What did you find in it?
Oh, by the way, I recently added on both the Volo's guide and the player's guide to this. And as you do, you basically have triggered something.
Damn, I was gonna activate.
Sorry, Lyra, I don't mean to disturb you like this. I had to move around you.
Yeah, let me smell.
Cute girl.
Leave her over. Starting to get weird. Huh. Shit.
Yeah, hold on. I thought I already had this queued up, but evidently I forgot to add it to my monster list, so I had to actually just re-import it down now. 1 second.
Rock you, baby.
Oh, and of course the sheet doesn't like me.
No worry, guys. I'm gonna put all the damage I have for today into it. It's gonna be fine.
Guys, I have.
1
We're
second.
rolling.
I have to delete it.
Okay.
When I imported the thing from the compendium, it failed to fully import. So give me a second. Again, I thought I already had this thing set up properly, and evidently I did not. The thing is, none of you know that you're under attack except Black in 1 second when I describe to him what happens as he opens the bag.
Oh, it's not the good bag, right? It's the evil bag.
Yeah,
Oh, actually, I'm watching.
I would assume that would become a bad bag.
Yeah, there's a bag that eats you, and there's a bag that you just put stuff in. But I assume
would you expect from evil
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna stab it to death right now.
No,
I'm gonna-
it's not a bag that eats you. I'll tell you know in a minute what happens. Like, again, for some reason, even though I've got the monster manual and everything else, and the player's guide and everything else inside, it's not it did not import properly, and as a result, I'm going to have to look it up and do it by manually and tell you what happens. So I do apologize for the delay.
That's alright.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh God, I didn't realize it was that bad. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Wait. Fucking
Sorry. What'd you do, Quentin?
his goddamn hands off of shit.
I have a theory on what it is, but I'm not saying it.
Just talking shit.
One second. Again, I thought I had this ability to import it. I think this is I'm not going to use shape from now on. I'm going to use a completely different thing. But if I transferred over right now, all of you would lose your character sheets because it goes by that. The shaped is good for a lot of things, but apparently this sort of thing is not good with. But let's see. As you do, you feel this weird cold sensation just kind of surround you. You don't see anything, Black. You just feel very cold. The bag itself appears to be some kind of bag of holding.
Can I do yeah, check on it?
Oh, it's a bag of colding.
But there's some very cold sensation surrounding you. Something doesn't feel right. So, Black, what do? You're feeling cold. Something is very wrong here.
I'll guess I'll pull my hand out.
No, it's surrounding your entire body now. It's not on your hand. You just found that what appears to be an empty bag of holding, but whatever was in there is now surrounding you, and you feel cold, and it feels as if something is attempting to hold on to you.
I will. Give me a second. I need to think. I will tell it to fuck off.
Roll a perception check. Roll a perception check.
It's like having some technical.
Okay. Yeah, take your time. I'm still having to type this in. Okay. For a moment, as you start feeling this cold and start feeling a crushing sensation around you, you see kind of wavering in the air around you, as if there's something invisible surrounding you.
I will stab at it
With
my rapier.
no, with you have to use it on disadvantage because it's currently attempting to grapple you.
Yeah, good question. Am I going before it? Because if I am, I technically get advantage because I'm an assassin.
Except you can't see it, and you don't know where it is, and it's attempting to grapple you. Therefore, all those things factor in, and you have disadvantage.
All right, I will use my Orcish Fury. It's the rapier. Ooh, 13 my alt hit. But fuck it, Orcish Fury, yes. Being.
Yeah, you try slashing around, and whatever it is, you don't hit it.
Well, fuck. I guess that's my turn. I can't attempt to hide. Yeah, I'm fucked. That's my turn.
Okay, I just need to finish adding in its actions here real quick, so that I can actually use something. Yay!
Can I bonus action disengage?
No, it's attempting to grapple you. You can't see it, and you're kind of stuck where you are. You might be able to do it next turn once you figure out what's going on here, but for right now, you kind of only sense the idea that you're under attack. You have no idea where it is, therefore you can't run away from it. Again, hold on one second. I hate it when, again, I'm going to stop using Shaped, because Shaped does not always import the sheets properly.
Do we see him just flailing around his rapier while holding?
Yeah,
the bag?
basically, you see him open the bag, possibly shiver, and start waving his rapier around.
Good lord, the orb's gone mad.
Huh. You don't see that every day.
Huh.
I don't know. Do we? I mean, we could have seen it every day for all we know.
This could be a common occurrence.
Maybe he's, I don't know, epileptic or something. He's having a seizure. What is this?
Don't forget I've stabbed one of you before.
Yeah,
We're that
me.
group of people that's staring at someone who's having a
Okay,
seizure
I think
trying
I've done it
discuss what he's
to
having.
put the sheet together as best as possible here. So let me pull this in. I'll put it on the GM layer since you have no idea where it is. And I will then roll initiative for it.
I know exactly where it is. It's too close.
Yes. So, Yellow, what do you do? Basically, what you're observing is that Black is running his rapier through the air and appears to be very confused.
Do I see the druid in front of the orc while he's waving around his rapier?
Yes, you do.
I'm going to grab the druid and try to pull her away from the orc because to me he's just gotten mad.
You're gonna have to move your token up. Remember? 'Cause
Yeah.
at the moment, yeah. So
I'm gonna try to grab the druid and just drag her just out of the reach, so she doesn't get caught or
so
anything. Because
so that means you roll a athletics check. She rolls an acrobatics check.
I'm not gonna fight it.
Okay, so you're not gonna fight it, which means that
Alright.
he automatically grabs you. Got it.
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna, and using the rest of my movement, I'm just gonna drag her like 5 feet just out of the reach of the rapier.
Ooh. Oh, hello.
What's wrong with him? He's
I
gone
don't know.
mad.
He opened the bag and then he started doing this. Is this what they call the electric slide?
Yeah, it's
Oh, and I realized I forgot to move that.
What's electric?
I don't know. I just heard it somewhere. I think. I don't remember.
I mean,
What
Sorry,
are
I
we
forgot to
doing
roll for
here
her
again?
too. Red, your turn. What do you do?
I'm just gonna stay back and shout back to calm down, calm down.
Yo,
All right.
chill the fuck out, yo.
Blue, what do you do?
Black's going crazy. So I guess probably gonna go just move a bit. Very cautiously, like I don't know what to do in this situation. And that's my time.
Okay, White is going to sit there and stare at him for a moment, and she's gonna rub the back of her head and be thinking very hard. Okay. Her eyes light up as she looks at him and goes, "You know what? Hey, Black. Did something come out of that bag? Do you think? What's going on?"
it's cold. It's good. I don't like it. It's help.
She makes a wince and looks at the others and goes, "Guys, I
What?
think I might know what it is. I think it might be," and she lowers her voice, "an invisible stalker."
No.
Well, it's nice knowing you, Black.
what's that?
Oh yeah, I've got this.
I don't know, but doesn't sound good.
That motherfucker.
How can we hit something if I can't see it?
Just hit it anyways. If we hit Black, it's okay. He'll be fine.
Alright, so the invisible stalker, you guys have now intuited that it's there. Well, the White doesn't know exactly where it is, but the invisible stalker kind of like is pushing is grabbing at Black and is now pushing at him and attacking him by attempting to slam him into the floor, or actually no, into the wall. That's easier to do.
Me? Oh. I will use my uncanny dodge. And like half one of the damages. I guess
Okay.
I'll take this again because I declared it late, but whatever. What put me at 12 minus 12 is 19.
Question: can we see now the stalker?
Not exactly, but you know that it's there around him. Evergreen.
Or should fly.
Basically, you just saw the orcish fellow being slammed into a wall by something invisible. Right after White suggested it might be an invisible stalker. Therefore, you intuit there's an invisible stalker standing in front of him.
Can I make a roll to see if I can like get a good idea of where the stalker is?
You didn't hear it moving anywhere, but you kind of intuit that it's directly in front of you. Because it's directly in front of him, and he's being knocked against the wall in front of you. So yeah, that would be a standard roll for right now.
He just appeared, right?
You don't know where it came from. He's not actually there. I'm just using that token there to show you visible stalker. And once it moves, it's going to go back on the GM layer, so you won't know where it moves to.
Alright, I'm going to cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff, and I'm going to.
The quarterstaff lights up with a beautiful light.
It's like a lightsaber.
Yep.
You said there's ice forming around him?
No, he feels cold, cold from its presence.
Oh. I'm gonna aim, I'm gonna aim for where I think it is.
Alright. And Shillelagh counts as a magical attack.
That's 12 to hit.
Nope. Your staff seems to pass right through a space, and you seem to have guessed wrong where it was.
Damn. It's not there.
By the way, if you don't mind, next time you cast Shillelagh, also press the token so that it lights up before your attacks.
Yeah, I can cast it.
Excellent. Do you have a second attack? Or
I don't believe so. I had to double check.
I don't think he was a druid.
There you go.
Alright. With this enemy, you do not get it. You do not get advantage from flanking it because you don't know entirely where it is. But right now, Black, you're no longer at a disadvantage for attacking it. You are at normal attack.
Alright, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna take out. Yeah, no, I can do. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stab with my rapier again. Please hit this now. And sneak attack, because
Alright.
there's a friend within 5 feet of it. And
Okay,
that's it.
hold on 1 second. I'm trying to calculate how much damage that is. Yeah. You feel like you're not doing that much damage to it. By the way, I'm echoing a lot.
Ooh, I have an idea for next turn.
But you know that you've at least hit it. You felt some resistance as your blade kind of pierced through it. Yellow, what do you want us to do?
So apparently, since Black isn't the only one swinging weapons around, I see the druid also doing this. I'm like, okay, I still can't see it, right?
By the way, the druid was also a little bit too far away to attack it.
Yeah, I was about.
No, I have a quarterstaff that has reach, if I remember correctly.
It says 5 feet.
Yeah.
Doesn't have
That
reach.
has
The
reach.
quarterstaff
Okay.
doesn't have reach. Sorry, Yellow, go ahead.
Sorry, so if I can't see it, I see the druid hitting. Now I see Black hitting something.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that there is something, so I'm just gonna more or less go next to the druid and kind of hit in the area in which everybody's
Yeah, just be aware that since it's the area that Black is standing, if you critically fail with a roll, you might end up hitting and possibly hurting Black seriously. This is a reminder.
Don't worry, I can.
Okay.
I can.
Then I'm just gonna run next to a druid and I'm just gonna shout, trying to maybe try to intimidate it into appearing. I'm gonna show yourself, you coward. Hopefully he'll appear. That's my intention.
You haven't even rolled intimidation.
All right. Oh, that's not.
Yeah, it either it was not intimidated or it has no ability to appear.
Darn it. I'll. Would that count as an action?
Yeah, that counts as an extra action. So you still have an attack action.
Okay, I'll hold my attack action. The second this thing appears to make a strike against it.
Oh, by the way, it looks like anything attacking an invisible stalker is a disadvantage unless it's a spell.
Actually,
Oh, good to know. Alright, back to disadvantage then.
Yep. Sorry about that. I was reading further in it after having to put together this stupid attack sheets for it, and it's like specifying that it always stays invisible. Blah blah blah, which means that you're always at disadvantage trying to strike it with melee weapons.
Oh, no, I've got a great idea.
So yellow, what are you going to do then?
I'm just gonna stand there ready if it appears.
Okay, you're just going to be standing there then. Red, what do you do?
Alright, so for my bonus action, I'm gonna do Mantle of Inspiration to try and give him a few temporary hit points. Prioritizing black, evergreen, yellow, and blue in that order. So I don't know how many it will affect.
It affects up to your charisma modifier, so that depends on your charisma modifier. And everyone gets 5 temporary hit points.
Woohoo!
Oh,
Oh no, 8, because we're at 5th level, unless you're not 5th level bard. What level bard are you?
I think I'm a full bard, so I should be 5th.
oh, you're a full bard.
Yeah, it should be 8 then.
Yep.
All right. So what else do you do, Red?
From action, I'm going to see if I can cast Fairy Fire on black. Or the area around black.
Very clever. Go ahead, cast Fairy Feather.
Do I have it?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, my bad. Forgot for a moment.
It's fine.
No, you do not have Fairy Fighter unless you picked it up recently.
Oh well.
I thought that's what you meant. I'm sorry. I'll leave your sheet open on your master sheet open for myself so I can glance at what spells you had before going in.
I'm gonna make old school fairy fire next turn.
Well, that's it for my turn then.
Blue, what do you do?
Well, everybody's attacked, so might as well try attack. Also, my bit cheats my unarmed strike. First off, I'm gonna when my sheet decides to list. Swing with my short sword.
Remember, you're also swinging at disadvantage, but you've already missed.
And then I believe I can do a unarmed strike.
Correct.
Yes. Remember, disadvantage.
You get one unarmed strike.
Well, I for some reason don't have it. Like as in
Just
ready,
do,
so
If you're a monk, you're supposed to add. You have to add it manually.
just do strength check +3 to hit, and then do a d4 plus strength or dex
see
mod.
dex.
Or that's yeah, fine.
Nope, missed.
So,
Alright,
Okay.
I guess that's my time.
White is going to look over at her companions and basically say, from what I can tell, my brain's shouting at me right now, is that invisible stalkers are always invisible. That unless you have some way of seeing invisible, you're not going to be able to see this thing. So we're going to have to find some other thing to do. And she attempts to cast Firebolt at it. Oh, and they don't take much damage from physical hits. She advises.
I look at my sword and I'm like, fuck.
I don't have anything else, so I can't do shit.
Okay.
except-
The invisible stalker, you can feel the air shifting around you as it assesses this. Seems to be assessing the situation,
So, I'm gonna
and
use if it attacks me.
it strikes out at Evergreen. Evergreen, you're unaware of this before before it actually attacks until you suddenly feel the air rushing around you.
Ah, dick. Let's see. Oh wow. That first one misses. I think the second one hits.
Yeah, the first one was just a breeze of air going past you, and then the second one kind of landed, and you feel
Ooh,
like a crushing blow almost.
ow. I think that's good.
That smacks the hand.
So that takes care of all of those. Alright. And then I'm gonna take this time. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna attempt to hit it again.
Disadvantage.
Obvious, it's has shillelagh on it.
The shillelagh cancel out disadvantage. What does shillelagh do again?
Hang on a second. Goddamn dogs. It's a cantrip and lasts for a minute. It
Okay,
makes
for
my damage
duration.
at D8.
One second.
That's why I'm.
One second. I'm trying to read it.
No, it doesn't.
It does not help you with giving you not taking away disadvantage on something that's invisible. Sorry, it only turns it into a magical weapon, which can then harm it more than a normal
Yeah.
weapon could. But it does not help you with disadvantage. You have to make a second roll for disadvantage.
Yep, please.
What?
11 plus my proficiency, which is 14. The 14 hit?
It's a 14 now.
Yeah, because that's my wisdom, but since I'm using shillelagh, I get proficiency in it. So it's a 14, 7, 11.
Okay. So yeah, that one does hit.
Cool. So we'll just leave it at the 6 bludgeoning.
And black. What do you do?
Would I be able to use my disguise kit to throw down like flower-like substance on it to make it visible?
No, you don't have flower-like substance in there. You would have types of makeup that require smearing, not a powdery substance. And even so, that wouldn't actually help for more than a second. It would it would shift through and then fall right down to the ground because it's composed of air. It's not something that's invisible that way.
Alright, then I'll guess I'll try to stab it again.
It's why an air cult has it in the first place.
Ooh, someone's gonna get stabbed. Oh, and technically, they wouldn't get sneak attack because it says an enemy of it, so that doesn't count as sneak attack. I think.
Hello.
All right. I'm getting frustrated after hearing White say that it will never appear and that physical attacks have little effect on it. I'm just like bummed out. Like, really? I enter a rage and I'm just gonna hack in front of where everybody's hitting. With
Don't
disadvantage,
forget,
right?
you have reckless attack, which gives you advantage.
No,
Can't-
I forgot.
As about when you get reckless attack, right? I think you
Oh
get
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Sure,
in this case, it would just negate the disadvantage.
Okay, I'll use reckless. It's still one strike, but to negate the disadvantage.
Yeah. And don't forget about rage damage, which is a D2, is a
Yeah.
D2, I think, so that will be
Nice.
15.
So that would be 15. Now,
All right. Fred, unless you have a second attack, Nick.
no, that's all I have.
Okay.
I'm gonna move up, start stabbing the area around Black. Whoops, forgot.
Yeah. And that misses. Blue.
Alright, so this thing's thoroughly annoying, Blue, so time to get serious. Alright. I'm going to swing my sword,
Miss.
then I'm going to use one of my key points to do Flurry of Blows, which allows me to do 2 unarmed strike. I forgot to.
What's the damage?
Ah! Meddling around with. Alright. Fine. I'll just use them. I'll just do. Roll. There.
All right.
Plus dex.
Alright, and then.
Don't
if
forget
I-
the dex damage to add
Wait,
it.
do I add my dex to me?
Yeah, to unarmed strikes you add dex modifier, I think. It's a D4 plus dex, I think. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure.
It doesn't. Oh, yes, it does. Okay.
That's
then
plus
that
what?
would be +1, so that would be a 4.
Okay.
Alright, and then I'm doing action surge because I have a point in fighter, which allows me to pretty much take another turn.
Yep.
And swing with my short sword,
Miss.
use my other key point to do Flurry of Blows, and I change unarmed. There.
Actually, a pretty good combo.
Ah,
And you miss.
6 attacks in 1 round.
Yeah, you need to fix your algorithm there. It says 1 instead of what, 1d4 plus 1 on the damage.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
so
God.
Right, kind of like sighs dramatically. And cast, thinks for a moment. Closes her eyes and thinks, what kind of magic can I do? I need to do something more special, another spell. And as her eyes pop open again, you see the magic missiles come flying out from her fingers. Give me 1 second and actually add that to her character sheet so that I can use it.
Don't, not to be mean, but I think magic missile specifies you need to see the target.
Oh, you're right. Well, she tries it and then it kind of fizzles out at that point. But she is aware now that she can use magic missile. That's important for her. Kind of winces and goes, "Oops." At least the magic missiles do not hit anybody. So anyway, visible stalker. It goes back to slamming at Black.
Uncanny dodge, first attack that hits. That's 10, which would be a 5, which would be 5. Oh no, temporary hit point.
Alright. Evergreen. Evergreen?
I'm gonna see if I have it.
What are you gonna try? I couldn't hear you one bit.
Fairy fire. See if I have it or not.
Alright, let's find out. Then no you did not.
Alright, well then I'll have to add that later then.
Alright.
I think that's all I can do for now.
Alright. Black.
I'm gonna switch my weapons up to 2 daggers and gonna make 2 dagger attacks. Disadvantage, so the first one misses. The second one,
Also misses.
dang.
Yellow. Yellow.
This is going
Alright, I'm going to attack it again, reckless. Just straight attack.
Miss.
And I'm gonna use my action surge as a fighter and attack again.
Miss again. Basically, just find your blade cutting through air. Meeting no resistance. Red.
I guess I'll try and stab again.
Once more. Cuts through air without any damage. Blue.
Alright, well, I don't
Welcome
have
to
much
a nasty,
do.
frustrating fight.
Yes. Nothing other than swing my sword and then try with my
Ooh. You feel your hand kind of connect with something, but it doesn't seem to do much damage.
at least I do some damage. So
White.
that's
White.
like
White's
If
kind
you're-
of grimacing after that magic missile thing, and goes off to cast her firebolt again. The
Ooh.
firebolt, unfortunately, does not hit the visible stalker. It instead hits Black. And
Oh.
you see White grimace at this and go, sorry, Black. As Black
My
takes
ass.
12 fire damage.
Alright. Good thing I had those temporary hit points. They're all gone now.
Alright. So, White, you're being targeted now. You feel airy breezes as it comes in to
White?
strike at you. Yellow, I mean, yellow. Yellow, you're being attacked right now. Oh, that's right. It has advantage on you, doesn't it? Because of your reckless
Yeah, it
attacking. Ooh. So the first one hits regardless. Second one, let's make a strength. Let's see. Let's roll to see if it hits. That second one hits as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you just took 21 damage
Whoa, in total?
Oft.
in
right?
total.
But I'm reduced, so it would be 10 or 10 or 11.
What'd you
But I
say?
reduce it because would I reduce it to 10 or 11 because I'm raging?
Oh, you're also raging. Let's see. You got 21 damage.
Rounding up or rounding down?
So
I
it's a
think the
10.
rule is to run down.
It's round down.
Oh,
The Evergreen, your turn.
Alright. Just gonna attempt the spaghetti again. See if I can find it. Assuming that 8 misses.
Yep. Black.
Okay.
Jewel daggers. Oh, that
Ooh,
one.
you feel
That
you feel resistance. You're clearly hitting something that time.
Sneak attack.
Woohoo!
Second dagger.
16.
Misses.
That would be. You're definitely causing some damage there. You're making progress. Yellow.
After receiving those two hits, I'm like, yeah, come to Papa, and I do another hit on it.
This thing is nasty on so many levels. Even if it can't do too much damage at once, it is resistant to everything. It has tons of hit points. You can't be seen, so everybody's got disadvantage on it.
I am going to use.
You did hit it that time, though.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a superiority die because I'm a battle master. And I'm going to use goading strike, goading attack, sorry,
Ooh.
which would I spend a die and I added that die to the damage, and it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright.
Which would be
So use good wisdom.
which would be 32. So
So what else does it take?
on a failed save, the target has disadvantage on all attack rolls against targets other than me
Alright, so
until the end of my next turn.
Alright,
So
so it's going to be targeting you then.
Don't forget
I
about
have to add d8 to the damage I deal, which is 1. Yeah.
Yep.
That sucks. But yeah, disadvantage on all attacks that aren't against me.
Alright, red.
Let's see if I can hit it, because I can't do much else.
Ooh. You actually felt resistance that time. You definitely caused some damage to it.
That's it.
Blue.
I really wish I had more than 2 people. I really wish. Alright, swinging with my sword
Ooh. Hit.
and my unarmed strike.
Miss. Anything
That's
else?
a
Alright.
nope. Can't do anything else.
White is considering not using her firebolt again, considering the type of damage she did last time. She thinks for a moment. She's thinking. She snaps her fingers. She goes, "I've got it! I know what to do!" And she casts dancing lights around the area that she believes the invisible stalker's at, which negates the disadvantage that you all have against the invisible stalker. You no longer have disadvantage on it, but you also can't flank it because it's
Really?
made of air, and therefore it has no front or back.
It has no butt, guys.
Hmm.
You trust the thing with no butt.
Invisible stalker goes after yellow. Oh, right. It's got advantage on you. Hold on. So that first one, let's see. Let's see if that first one hit. Nope, that first one still did not hit. But you did take 8 damage, yellow.
At me?
Yep.
Alright, not reduced.
because you're raging. Also, don't forget about the rage damage, because it's a +2 every time you hit something.
Evergreen.
I'm gonna continue to beat. Oh, miss. God damn.
You still end up missing. Black.
can see it. Let's hope.
Well, you see the white is there concentrating on keeping her dancing lights on its form to outline it basically. It's a little it's basically a little trick. I basically read it. Dancing lights can form into a humanoid shape, and she's basically using it to outline the invisible stalker.
Mhm, yeah. I fucked up. I didn't hit yet.
Yellow.
All right. I'm just gonna hack away at it again. It's pretty much the only thing I can do at this point. Which is +2
Ooh.
because it doesn't
Yeah.
add
Yeah.
rage
So,
damage, so it's 18.
You should probably have a button that says rage. It says rage +2 damage, or 2 damage to that. So, because
I'll probably,
it tends to
probably
work.
add it.
Yeah, it tends to work better when you're looking at something and instead of you're looking at one number and hearing somebody say another one on top of that, because it gets mentally confusing when when people do that.
Yeah, sorry. I forgot to add it to the sheet.
So yellow, you got a second attack?
No, that's everything I got.
All right,
for
red.
now.
So with the dancing lights around it, would that count as us being able to see it?
Yes, so that's why I said it negated the disadvantage. So you no longer have disadvantage against it.
Great. In that case, I want to see if I can viciously mock it.
All right.
I say, more dust, more ashes, more disappointment.
Oh,
Roll your versus mockery.
Seeing if I actually have it
Oh.
selected.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, yes, you do. I apologize. I kept thinking that you're playing the. Hold on. I'll roll it through you this time since you have it. I had your sheet open.
Alright.
Hi, Lyra. Unfortunately, it doesn't do any damage at all to it. But it's now looking. You can tell that it's moving slightly because of the way that white is concentrating to keep this thing on it. And you get the sense that it might attack you next time it has a chance. Blue.
I can see it now. Yes. Still managed to do a hit and miss.
Yep. It's like you suddenly no longer have disadvantage, and it's still doing the same amount of damage. It's still doing the same amount of hits.
Almost each turn I've hit it and missed.
Yes, exactly. So white is going to continue to concentrate on her dancing lights, specifically to keep it, the spell working the way I'm having it work. Because normally it wouldn't really work that way if you cast the spell and let it go. So I'm making her use her concentration, use focus concentration by, in each turn in order to keep this effect so that you guys can see the invisible stalker. Does that sound fair to you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Alright, so Invisible Stalker is going after red now.
That's a
he has disadvantage then.
Oh, that's right. So, let's see, that's that
Didn't he
one.
pass the save?
Yes, he did. So, no, he doesn't have disadvantage.
Oh yeah, it's past my turn.
So, you take 5 damage. Evergreen.
alright. Attempt to be.
Yeah, no, you're not used to a Kayla being in the way.
So, yeah. I hit it, and it does.
4 damage because you got Shillelagh on there. That makes it a magical weapon.
I'm sorry, it's 4 plus 3, it's 7 damage. It's not. I need to fix it, it's not adding my wisdom.
Fair enough.
That's 7 damage. I'll have to
Got
fix
it.
that.
Black.
Stabby. Or missy, we'll see. Miss.
Ooh.
22. Oh, don't forget sneak attack.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I'm a 3d6. I forgot.
Excellent. Yellow.
All right. Reckless attack against him. So now I would have advantage, right?
Yes, you would. That's all thanks to White.
Hey, thanks, White. As I smack him with my sword.
Actually, I think she has a name now. But Lilith Digby.
All right. Thank you, Lil.
But I'm not sure if she. I imagine she shared it with you.
Okay. Thank you, White. Going back and forth.
Red.
Okay, I'm going to give Black one of my Bardic Inspiration dice.
Thanks, bud.
Help Black.
Which is essentially...
Black actually hit it.
Yeah, I know. He gets to wait till his next turn, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he gets D8 he can add. And after that, I'm going to try and stab at it again.
Ooh. Alright, go for it. It takes 1 damage. Alright. So you know you did some damage to it. Blue.
This is a very, very annoying fight.
Yes. And now you can see the monster. And it takes damage from your attack. White continues to use her abilities to keep a spell going on it. Invisible Stalker. It turns, going for the last enemy that attacked it, and goes for blue.
Oh. Ow.
Ow. Ow.
And ow.
You see the bugbear's fur flying as gusts of wind hit it strongly.
I told you, you needed to shave.
Evergreen.
Evergreen's gonna continue to try and beat it with her nature stick.
And that's actually a 6, yes?
No, he
Yes,
forgot
that's
to
it.
put in the D8. Oh, it's just the wisdom modifier. Yeah.
So,
Alright, so. Yeah, you should probably put, like, yeah.
so 5 damage.
Alright. Yeah, you should probably. Yeah, you already did that. So, black. And you have a bardic inspiration you can use.
Oh, duh.
Oh, sneak attack is so low though.
11. That makes it a 5.
Second dagger.
Doesn't
plus
hit
bardic
it.
inspiration.
Ooh, bardic
Bardic
inspiration.
inspiration.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Let's see.
D8, right?
Yep.
Which one?
Nice. Takes an additional 2 damage. You have felt inspired by your bard friend. Yellow.
Reckless attack. Sorry, I forgot to put the advantage.
And
Okay,
that's
great.
fine. And the Goliath this kind of swings his greatsword around, barely misses Black, who's in the midst of the invisible stalker, just slices his greatsword right around, and you see the lights that White is suspending in it kind of dissipate as the stalker itself kind of kind of dissolves into just gusts of wind that blow past all of you.
All right.
Oh,
So, high
jeez.
five. High five.
No one escapes my sword.
Finally.
Can I see that bag, please?
Well struck.
I look at the bald patches at the bugbear, and I'm like, looks good on you.
Hey, Black, can I see that bag real quick, please?
No.
Come on, hand it over.
You guys handle it like pros. Be right back a second. I need to put something in the fridge.
All right.
Alright. That was long.
And I have returned. Ah, stupid tethered headset. Probably still hear me moving around the room.
It's fine. I wasn't paying attention anyways.
So, you've discovered that the bag you're playing with, Black, is a bag of holding. Apparently, it was holding an invisible stalker, but now that stalker has been destroyed.
Well, normally I don't condone stealing, but since I don't like those guys and they carry around a monster, I say it's justified this time.
I look over. Blue has the bag now, right?
No.
Black
Oh,
has the
so
I
bag.
was trying to take it.
Black. I'm like,
I was
hey,
trying
you think we could put Saphiro in there once we get to this place?
Well, do you want me to do a check to see if I know what a bag of holding is?
Yeah, make this a straight intelligence check.
All right, give me a second. Stupid ass being close to my character sheet. Intelligence. That's a 17.
You have this idea that a bag of holding can hold a lot of stuff and yet still feel like it weighs nothing. But that whatever interdimensional space it houses inside is not for anything living. Nothing living can survive in a bag of holding.
All right, so she thinks to herself, and in her head you can hear construction noises going on 'cause she's trying to think. And then she goes, "Yeah, we can put shit in it. It holds a lot, like a lot. You can't put anything that's alive in there, but anything dead or inanimate can go in there. It'll hold a lot of it."
Yeah, I had a game where somebody was carrying around dragon bones in a bag like that, and other corpses because they were a necromancer.
So whatever we find, we can put in that bag if you're willing to share.
How about it, Black? Yeah. I see your microphone's not working. Okay. Okay. I see you. Okay. Alrighty then. So you successfully defeated those vulture cultist people's invisible stalker, and you gained yourselves a bag of holding, or at least Black has gained himself a bag of holding. What would you guys like to do?
Well,
Hi, Jen.
take this opportunity to make a pot.
To make a pipe? Did I hear you say?
If I can, hell yeah.
What type of material would you like to make a pipe out of?
Oh, I make pottery, so clay, I guess.
You don't have any clay on you.
Oh, I thought I had the potter's kit.
You have a potter's kit. It doesn't mean you have clay. It means that if you found clay, you could shape it.
Damn it!
So you have like a small wheel, some tools that work well on clay, that sort of stuff. But you don't have a clay itself, and you don't have a kiln to fire it in.
Well, I have ideas.
After the aftermath of the interesting battle, Yellow's just like bored crazy out of his mind. So much excitement and now just the mundaneness.
Yep.
He's just gonna rest against the statue there. Because
It's been
there's
4
nothing
days
to
we've
do.
been stuck here, and the Goliath is slowly losing his mind.
So everybody, roll me a fate check. We'll see what happens next.
Hey, what?
Who will be the
1d100.
first to suffer the Goliath's? Who will be
Oh.
the first to suffer the Goliath's wrath? My money's on the bugbear.
Alright. So, look at things. Well, the majority of you are very bored over the next couple of days. No, okay, I spoke too soon. Evergreen. So,
Oh dear.
on the ninth day
You've
of
had a full rest, right?
you've had a full rest because you had days. This was on the third day that you did this battle. It's now the 9th day. On the 9th day of your journey, Evergreen starts to hallucinate. She's going through some major withdrawals, although she doesn't know why. And she's pretty much been confined to this little room with all of you. Nobody smells very good anymore. I mean, presentation can only take you so far. Everybody's just been eating nothing but good berries for the last few days. So you guys have been pretty much going out of your skulls. But Evergreen is the first one to have actual problems. She is hallucinating. She's been acting a little bit funny for the last couple of days anyway, and she's the only one that can cast Goodberry. So, on the 9th day of your journey, she doesn't seem to be wanting to cast Goodberry, and everybody is now hungry. And she is looking at a wall and imagining that it is a fluffy meadow full of fluffy bunnies.
Go away, talking tree. I'm done with your shit today. I speak to the Goliath.
Yes, he now looks like an awakened tree. A very specific awakened tree from another game.
Mr. Sparrow, please leave me alone. I'm done with your shit too.
And all of you are hungry. No,
I look at the bugbear.
Black doesn't see any bunnies. Oh, the only one seeing bunnies is Green.
I see the bugbear go away, talking rat. I'm done with you today.
So Black is basically outside on the cloud now, wanting to eat the cloud. Okay.
Can we tell there's something wrong with Evergreen, or?
Well, Evergreen is talking to things that aren't there. She's looking at the floor. She's still shaking from her whatever withdrawal she's suffering, and she hasn't cast Goodberry for anybody. So you're all hungry.
Does anybody know how to deal with this?
White kind of shrugs.
After experiencing the craziness that Black did and seeing Evergreen like this, I just put my I just do a face smack and I'm like, why did I end up with these people? They're so crazy.
Hey, I'm not crazy.
I look over at Evergreen who's looking at the floor and like, isn't that crazy?
She's crazy, yes, but I'm not.
I'm gonna prod her with my foot and say, "Get up, I'm hungry."
Go away, talking sparrow.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk up to her and just slap her to see if she wakes up or anything. 'Cause this is
By
just
the way, thanks for the host,
testing
Jen.
my patience.
How are you doing today?
Why is the tree coming to me?
Whack.
Ow! Don't slap me with your damn branches, dick.
Does that wake him up or anything?
I love how everybody's restoring to violence instead of checking them.
No, the bag was empty except for
See,
that
you know,
except for
medical
that
withdrawal.
invisible stalker.
Do I look like a doctor to you?
Do I look like someone who's that
Yeah.
big
You
of a
mean look like the
pastor?
person?
I could be a doctor.
I
Sorry
look like-
about that. No, there is nothing in that bag except for the invisible stalker that you've already taken care of.
Did Evergreens get out of it when I slapped her?
Up to Evergreen. Evergreen,
I
you've
mean,
just been slapped.
if I'm hallucinating, I don't think slapping someone's going to stop the hallucinations. So probably not. I mean, I'm going through a withdrawal of some sort, so I don't think that's a slap is going to stop it.
Oh, God.
Just a thought.
You hear Black telling you that you should bring in green eggs and such.
But I don't like you, Sam. I am. Peer pressure me into something I don't want to do.
Evergreen, you also currently, as a result of all this, have 2 points in exhaustion. By the way.
Damn it.
Oh, shit.
That's what disadvantage on basically everything.
Yep. And if these people don't eat by tomorrow, they're also going to have exhaustion for not being able to eat anything.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
And you want to go hunting?
Evergreen will be like, all right, fine.
We're
you
in the
should
I
just
go.
die."
I go and shout up, Zafiro, pass us some food.
You see the giant's face kind of peer down at you as the hole in the ceiling kind of opens up, and his eyes blink. Oh, hello down there. Hi. Are you
Oh.
hungry?
Yeah, kind
No.
of.
Yes. Oh, okay. So you hear him rummage around. You hear something, and yellow, blue, black. I'll roll a perception check.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so blue, you immediately get out of the way as you see him drop a bag through the ceiling. Yellow and black, roll a dexterity check.
Holy shit. Would this, wait, it's a check, right?
Yes, or saving throw. Sorry, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Would
Yellow and black. Yellow and black.
Would Dangerson help me? It says I have advantage on saving throws against effects I can see.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Would Danger Sons help me in this? Which is
Yes,
it just-
Danger says because you probably saw at least blue running out of the way from the corner of your eye.
All right.
Yeah.
That doesn't help as a huge bag lands on you, Evergreen. You and Evergreen, because Black manages to dodge out of the way. Evergreen has been laying on the ground shouting, even though she's yelling, running around, and screaming. She's still
How
hallucinating.
big
She's
is
on
the
the ground.
bag?
It's
this
as big as that circle, which is technically 10 feet by 10 feet.
Oh, damn.
Thank you.
It's full of food, but both Yellow and Evergreen are about to take the following bludgeoning damage.
How much? How much damage? Crap, I'm not raging.
7 damage. Both Evergreen and Yellow take 7 points of damage from being hit by a bag of food.
Is that anyone to treat your kin?
But the giant shuts down and says, "Oh, sorry about that."
They're fine. Don't worry about it.
They'll live, don't worry.
I grabbed the bag and chuck it at Blue.
It's
Got out of the
a
way.
huge bag. Basically, you kind of like open it. Basically, you try to grab it. It comes undone, and you see some cooked slabs of meats, some huge fruits and vegetables that you could probably lift up, and one of them's the size of Evergreen, and all of that.
I grab one of the fruit, go to one of the corners, and just start eating. And just keep the fruit there. I start eating it bit by bit, so it lasts me at least a few days.
Alright, so Black is trying to fill up his bag as best as possible with the supplies that have just been chucked down there. Evergreen is kind of on the ground, wailing. White is picking up some of the food to feed herself. Red, what do you do?
I'm gonna start grabbing some of the food as well.
Yeah, I'll probably sleep. Food is food.
Yeah, the food looks like it'll last you 5 more days, if this amount, unless it starts going bad. Since the meat's cooked, it'll probably still be okay. Evergreen, unfortunately, you're too far gone to do a medicine check. Somebody else can do a medicine check on you, but basically, from your perspective, nothing is wrong. Everything is just crazy.
Evergreen is fine. For now.
I think White would have checked.
I'm gonna make a medicine check.
White doesn't have medicine check ability. Let's see. So I didn't bother with doing that. Okay, if there's anything to add to your medicine check here, Gillard. Nope, everything looks good there. Drakmore. Is that also for your medicine check? Drakmore?
So
Was that also
What was that?
was that for medicine check?
yes, it was.
You discover you have a +5 to medicine check, that you're proficient in it.
Nice.
Yeah, might as well do a check too. Why not?
Good to know.
Hopefully, I'm proficient in it. I
Holy
only know that I
shit.
get a 3 for it.
Okay. Yeah, you don't appear to be proficient in it, but you do at least understand what's going on. That she's having heavy withdrawals from some kind of medicinal substance. You've been seeing signs of it for her for days, but between the effort she's been putting herself through with, casting Goodberry every day, being cooped up in this room, her symptoms have completely aggravated and have sent her off the walls. She might need another couple days to detox, or she just might need to be reintroduced to the said substance in order to get better at this point.
Well, I guess we're gonna be waiting for a couple of days before Evergreen comes back.
Finland.
Does anybody have rope?
I think some of you had picked up packs or something like that, Dungeoneer packs maybe, or something. Didn't you?
I only have
Oh.
what I had in the inventory for the background, which is not a complete rope.
I could have sworn somebody picked up ropes, but maybe I'm thinking of Out of the Abyss.
think that's-
If not, I'll just if no one has, I'll just grab the traveler's clothes I have. I'll slowly start ripping strands and tying together to make a makeshift rope.
While you guys are doing that, where is it?
Right.
Evergreen starts trying to breakdance. It just looks like she's having a seizure.
I'm gonna grab Evergreen, take her to that chair, just tire her down till this insanity subsides a little.
Okay.
Talking tree, I thought we had a deal.
So, Evergreen, roll a 1d6. We'll see how many days it'll take you to regain your sanity at this point.
Alright. 5.
Okay, Evergreen, you're going to be out of commission for the next 5 days.
Oh,
She,
Study nonsense like Hannibal Lecter.
Basically meaning that you're going to be useless to your party. In that spirit, I'm going to let you take on White's character sheet for the next 5 days, if it comes to that.
Oh boy.
Because Evergreen is currently useless and incapacitated.
the punishment of withdrawal.
Evergreen is useless.
Yes. And that is important to note, because the next day, which one of you is on watch?
Let's say I am.
Alright.
Red.
Alright, you're standing outside, just enjoying the breeze, watching the birds, watching the occasional swooping griffin. Now, roll a perception check. Alright. A flash of silver diverts your attention from the birds and the occasional griffin. And you see in the distance a huge silver dragon gliding through the crowds. It appears to be heading straight this way. And as it flies closer, you see a number of armored dwarves clutched in its talons. What do you do?
Let's see. Would I know that the metallics are generally good, or
Roll a straight intelligence check.
let's see here.
So,
As you do that, you understand that you have a +1 to your intelligence checks from now on.
you're only slightly.
Which means you know you have either a 12 or a 13 in intelligence. You don't know. All you know is it's huge and it's scary looking, and that there are dwarves in its claws. You have no idea why they're there, but it doesn't appear to be trying to eat them. At least as far as you're observing it coming this way.
All right, I'm gonna turn around. Dragon! Dragon!
Dragon? What?
There's a dragon.
I run outside enthusiastic and everything, like, where? Blade at the ready.
I want to go outside as well. Dragon.
So just carefully follow behind.
Where's the dragon? Do I see anything?
Okay, yeah, you see the large silver dragon approaching rapidly. The armored dwarves in its talons. You can count them at this point. There are hold on. Let me count them. There appear to be at least 6 of them clutched in this dragon's talons. And they come closer. The dragon kind of is really close to you guys now. You see that it's an adult dragon. And it drops the dwarves off right next to you.
Thank you, I think.
Would I know anything about dragons? Just if they're pretty much if all dragons are good, if all dragons are bad.
Not with. You should make an intelligence check.
Oh, because I'm great at that.
I'll do that as well.
Black doesn't know shit.
Let me double check something on your sheet.
Hey, can I make one for shits and giggles?
Yellow. As you do that, you
Yeah.
realize that you have a +2 in intelligence.
Oh, damn.
So Black,
Can I
you're
try for
so
shits and
so
giggles?
Black, you're outside now.
I'm sneaky outside.
You'd have had to go out the front door, and they would have seen you at that point.
Grizz, you said +1 or +2?
+2,
All right, thanks.
as in twin, as in Twix, as in. Hold on. There you go. Yeah, you now have control over White, so you can do her Lilith. Yeah, so you can handle her at the moment.
Okay.
Because Evergreen is incapacitated. So the dwarves kind of like one of them holds up a hand as they look at you, and the dwarf in front kind of brushes off its beard and kind of narrows eyes at you. Do you see that they're all finishing off potions? They appear to be like kind of shimmering in and out, looking like they've turned gaseous.
Hey guys, that doesn't look normal.
You guys okay?
And the dwarf in front kind of says, "Are you allied with these with these evil monsters, or are you prisoners here?"
That's a
What
very
is the
good
monster?
question.
I guess both.
Oh shit.
Black, are you attacking them?
Apparently.
Well, he's inside, so.
Oh
Oh.
shit.
What? Why?
Well,
Missile snag, look, missile snag, please.
Alright.
Why sneak attack?
Well, you've attacked the dwarves. 1 second. I have to put out the tokens for them then.
Oh wait, the dwarves or the dragon? Cause
The dragon flew away.
Yeah, the
Oh, okay.
dragon's gone.
But by the way, yeah, that means like one kind of pushed its way inside, and
So
well-
it has to be the dwarves. Why would you even fire at them?
one of them came
They were
inside,
peaceful. They were peaceful.
and one of them was out here talking to Yellow. And the dwarves kind of like let out a shout as Black just kind of attacks them as one comes inside.
Seriously, dude.
alright, thanks, Black. I was getting bored.
Oh
Why
my
would you?
God.
Not
I'm
this
annoyed.
shit again. Guys, I think I might have to change over the oh, never mind. It's just on some of the sheets. Unfortunately, it was like some of the sheets I was trying to use, so I'm gonna have to go back and look up veteran sheet now. So you answered that you were sort of prisoners, yes?
Yes,
All right.
Yep.
So
that's what I answered at least.
the way that you answered that is going to make these veterans get, as soon as one of them drops down dead from the attack, or at least gets badly hit, they are going to clearly make the following assumption. You're being held prisoner, and the person inside the room, Black, is the enemy. And this is going to be reaffirmed because of Evergreen being strapped down to a chair, to a giant-sized chair.
How
So
many of them can see her?
the one that just got hit. Hold on, I have to find the stupid sheet for veterans because I'm not sure where it is in the books. It's
It's
gone.
on the other side of the room, and there's a lot of people. in front of the entryway. I'm like,
Okay, it's here in the back. That's right.
it's better than the chair, man.
Yeah, the stupid thing did not properly install itself. Just like the other one. I said I'm not going to use Shaped again. I'm gonna start using the other one instead. Shaped might look nice, but it keeps having so many problems. All right. The 35 damage did not kill the one that you hit.
I mean, I can do more damage. if I want.
And hold on, I need to see how what hits. In fact, you didn't even do that much damage to them. Only the second strike hit them.
Yeah, only the second strike.
So that was 22 damage to that one.
No, it's an auto crit because I'm an assassin. It's before surprise round.
Yeah, but only the second hit. Only the second hit them. The first,
Yes.
the first one you missed.
Yeah, first one's missed, so it would be 10 plus 7 plus 11 plus another 7 because the first one was a crit, so it's an extra d8.
So 18, 25, 30. Yeah, you did it right. It's 35.
I'm just going to copy from that one. It's going to be easier on me to recopy out the tokens. The tokens don't have any definition on them. They don't have any hit points, so to copy that one again. They're all dwarves, but you know, it's another picture. Anyway, so the veterans, upon getting hit, the dwarf upon getting hit for that amount of damage, yells back into the room saying, "The enemy's in here! Save the prisoners!" And immediately draws their long sword. And you said you're trying to run and hide? Black? Okay. So you have to roll a stealth check now. And I need White's initiative roll, please.
I don't think I have access to her character sheet.
It's the one called Lilith. Check Lilith.
I have Weasel, Elf, Crab, Evergreen, and Sephiroth.
Hold on, did I give it to the wrong person? Give me a second. Oh, duh, I give you control, but I forgot to give you display. My bad.
That's all good.
There you go. You should be able to see it now.
Oh man, that's a great picture.
Yeah.
So
That's dexterity is.
that was a 3, by the way. I had advantage set by accident.
All right. So the one outside just basically looks at you guys and says, "Stay out here. We'll get help coming back to rescue you off this tower. We'll take care of your captors." And kind of runs inside, looking around. Let's see. So perception check on these guys. Nope, does not see him. And it immediately, this one runs immediately towards Evergreen and says, "Don't worry, miss. We'll try to help you." And like looks up at the giant chair and begins to start climbing up it in order to get to Evergreen in order to free her. The second one kind of moves past you guys, looks around, and goes to assist the first one with climbing up.
No.
Red, what do you do?
I think I'm just gonna move over here, let them do what they're doing. Just take cover behind the wall.
The other veteran comes running past. Let's see, looking around to figure out where the hell. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Still can't see Black. Runs over here and again is helping to try to get to Evergreen. Yellow, what do you do?
He turned over to the closest one. I'm like, what are you doing? Wait, prisoners? Who are you people? I just saw like 3 doors just charged straight into a room.
That they get fired from.
One of them was entering in and immediately got attacked, and they also saw that there's a woman tied to a chair. So
And I also openly said that we were kind of prisoners.
yeah,
Okay,
we are from the Lord's Alliance, and we are here to take care of the giant, the cloud giant situation, and whatever allies they might have, and rescue whatever prisoners they've taken. Will you
we're
please
not prisoners.
stay out here, and we'll
We're
sort
not
we'll sort
prisoners.
things out as soon as possible.
Is this guy the one that's talking to me?
The one that just ran past you was the one talking to you.
Which color?
Orange.
Okay, I'm going to use my movement to get next to orange. And I'm gonna grab him and just lift him up, which I imagine would be way higher than height. And just shake him like, we are not prisoners, we are not in danger. Try to-
Roll athletics.
Oh yeah, that's not a problem.
All right. He yells, "Unhand me,
Holy
fiend!"
shit.
Then he looks over at the other and says, These individuals seem to be in league with the giant and to clearly kidnap this poor woman. We must take them down as well and rescue this wee lass."
I just groan like, oh really? Would I have an action left after that?
No, that was your action.
Okay, then yeah, I'll just stay there. Just annoyed at how dense these guys are being.
They're not being dense, they're doing what I would do in this situation if people
I
said
told
that
them
they
I'm
were
not
prisoners.
prisoners.
I
Evergreen,
said they
Evergreen, roll a wisdom Evergreen. Roll a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Okay. This, nice.
No, you have no cognizance left in order to capitalize on your capacities. You're just kind of stuck in that chair, unaware of what you're doing, what's going on around you.
Well,
Just hallucinating.
I figure at some point in the hallucination, I'm going to turn into an animal.
Perhaps. Wait, what do you do? That'd be you.
I hopefully if Shadow's watching this, I don't slaughter her character. But like, hey guys, we're not trapped here. Just so you know, this dude that lives here is not like the other cloud giants. So we're trying to help too, I guess. He is aware that his people have been kind of a dick lately, so
Roll a
Persuasion, I
yeah,
said?
roll a persuasion check on them.
I'm struggling. No, not evergreen. Persuasion. That's a 3.
Yeah, they're not buying it. All right. So the veteran
I
that
tried.
is already hurt. Was really motivated to look around for Black, and still doesn't see Black, but kind of like rubs the wound and goes running at Yellow.
Oh shit.
Hold on, the crit didn't roll properly.
Yeah, I was not.
Hold on a second. Oh, that's 1 second. I set that attack sorry, I set the thing up wrong on there. Ah, that's it. That's what happened. So for damage, instead of the 6, it's a 13. That's because it's crit.
Oh. Would I draw the dwarf after being hit?
Roll a Constitution check. Oh,
Right.
yeah, check.
I'm good at that. Well, not so much.
You seem to be holding on to him.
It's like they're little chihuahuas and they're biting at your ankles. And one of them got you pretty good. She's like, ah, motherfucker, stop biting me.
Almost literal. Because I would guess they're not even at the height of my knee. I would imagine.
Yeah. Blue.
Um. Give me a second. I need to think of how to respond to this silly situation at the moment. I guess I'm just gonna go here and say to the dwarf next to me, this isn't going the way I expected things to go. Just looking at the entranceway as I say that.
Show me potato salad. You hear Evergreen say.
So Black, what do you do? All right. The veteran's kind of like looking at the bugbear and says, "One of my comrades has been attacked. This cannot go unavenged.
Yeah.
We're here on a mission from the Lord's Alliance."
Said that already.
So either declare yourself an enemy or stay out here, and we will accept that you were prisoners of this evil giant and whatever compatriots he has inside.
If I wanted to be your enemy, I would have attacked.
Good.
Trust me, I can pack a punch.
Immediately heads in and heads for Yellow.
What? I only grabbed the dwarf. Holy shit. What? Ouch, that's gonna. 25. Damn. Stop rolling crits.
How much health do you have left?
I got 5 HP. Actually,
Stone's endurance. Stone's
wait.
endurance. Don't forget about
As a reaction, I'm gonna use my Stone's endurance. So I roll a d12 and add my con modifier and reduce the damage by that.
Alright. So, White, do you do anything when this particular dwarf heads away from you into the building?
If I can, I'd like to roll intimidation, focus to all of them.
You can only focus on the one in front of you. The others can't see you. They've got their backs to you.
Oh, never mind. No, I'm not doing anything.
Besides, we're talking about a school teacher. She's not exactly an intimidator.
So, are you've never met any of my fucking elementary school teachers.
She's a college
Any of my
teacher.
school teachers.
She's a college teacher, not an
They're the ones
elementary
you have
school.
to fear the most.
No. This one also goes after Yellow.
I had a lady that looked like the Crypt Keeper. She scared the shit out of me.
Okay, the second hit. What is wrong with you people?
I think it's at least enough to drop the dwarf you were holding.
Yeah. This is say I toss him down on his back. Holy what? Two more. Three.
So this one gets up there, looks over Evergreen, gets up on the chair and starts untying her. Because this chair, remember, is huge. So Evergreen is tied into one corner of it up there, well above the floor. And now a dwarf has gotten up there and is now trying to untie her. The poor young woman seems like she's been drugged with something. We will help you, miss.
She's thinking. She's terrified of the cockroaches that are coming after her. Cockroaches don't terrify her, but they're fucking huge. As far as she's aware, she's allergic.
It's supposed to be a hand axe instead of a duh. Oh well. Yeah. This one, after helping the first one boost up in the first place, comes down here. Is Yellow still up, or is
He's still up, but just
So this one points its short sword, but actually it's actually a hand axe on this thing, which means it's slashing damage, but it does the same damage as a short sword.
yeah, I'm not ready, so it doesn't matter.
So this one kind of points its hand axe at you, Yellow, and says, "Surrender now, and maybe we will take mercy upon you."
I'm gonna plead my innocence.
Do you surrender?
I never took anybody prisoner. You guys are confused. Or demented. You choose.
Red.
I'm going to run up to the door and yell in their air, Yellow, calm down so we can talk about this with them. Y'all hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay, good.
The question is, Yellow here.
This is
I
where
thought I
massive
had my
death-
crossbow. Sorry.
So this veteran comes over here and is basically, cleaning off itself after having been picked up by Yellow, and points a hand axe at him and says, "Do you yield?"
What did I just say?
Then drop your weapons on the ground now.
Oh my god.
God. Shit.
Yellow.
Under my breath, I mutter, "Black, you dumbass." First. Second of all, I'm gonna take my turn just pleading my innocence, trying to explain as best as I can since I'm
Roll-
not ready.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, this is not gonna go well. That's funny plays. Oh,
Bitches.
Ooh, very nice.
that was.
And as you do, you realize that while you're not entirely trained in persuasion, that you have a +2 modifier to it, which means you have a +2 to your charisma.
Yeah.
The dwarves of of indeterminate genders kind of look at each other and kind of nod and says, "Well, somebody in this room, attacked us, and we must hunt them down and bring them to justice. You will you will help us to find this individual and rescue this poor woman who's been strapped down to a chair.
As my
While
bonus
we
action,
go and disable this floating monstrosity."
as my bonus action, I will shout at the top of my lungs, "Black, you dumb bastard! Get out of hiding and come over here before I die."
White.
Giant Eskimos could tell me to lick the fucking toes.
Oh, God.
Why, as far as she's just going to go ahead and walk into the room and see what the hell's going on.
You can see that the dwarves have the Goliath surrounded. The Goliath seems to be bleeding heavily. It looks like he's been attacked.
I imagine it looks something like the Pied Piper with all the little rats at his feet.
No, they're more like you're more like a teacher that's completely surrounded by 5-year-olds.
I'm gonna ask the bird. I'm
Not
gonna ask
bad.
him, hey, should we call the big guy down here?
Yeah, they're like half your size. They're not that small.
Alright. I furiously shake my head at the mention of bringing Saphira down.
I mean, he might be able to clear things up if they realize it's not a threat.
I keep shaking my head.
Alright, whatever. She'll just, I guess, hold her action for now. Just to see if they go back on their word on, not attacking or whatever. That's it.
All right. So you're nicely nicely talking to them. The Goliath is nicely talking to them, and their only demand still is that the whoever shot the guy that's now talking, he's kind of standing there with the arrow still sticking out of him, blood bleeding down. That immediately the arrow slinger needs to slinger needs to surrender themselves immediately so that they can be taken back to the Lord's Alliance for justice. What say you, Black?
Oh my god.
Okay, so Black, you're going to have to roll a hell of a persuasion check because I'm pretty sure that Red saw you for a split second and might be able to infer that you were the one. So roll a persuasion check to make Red think otherwise.
The giant down.
Think the Red able to one thinks for that or not. Not Red. Sorry. The Red one. So roll a persuasion check, Black.
Oh.
+4 to charisma?
That's their 7 plus 4.
'Cause I'm looking at your sheet, and it's only a +2 to your charisma. Your intimidation has a +4 because you have you have a proficiency in it, but your charisma is only +2. So yeah, that fails miserably. The one that with the arrow sticking out its foot kind of glares and says, "There, that one. Keep your hands keep your hands up."
As he appears, I am going to give him a death stare, like, you dirty.
Kind of like rushes over towards Black. Does Black resist the attempt to be subdued?
Oh, God.
That's the only problem with Black's microphone being down.
No, that's fine.
Okay, so Black is arrested. They, however, take that Yellow's that what Yellow said at face value, considering Yellow got a 20 in persuasion, and believe that they were in the wrong to have been striking out at Yellow, and work to heal him. Like some of them work to heal him, as the others use their gaseous form potion. They've got a backup gaseous form potions to go up to the next floor. And as you're standing around down there, Green, you've been released from your bonds, so you can move around now.
I'm gonna run around like a bad woman.
I'm
Screaming,
going-
"Oh my god, the cockroaches! Oh my god, the cockroaches!" It's just a scream. Ah!
Can I use that time to use second wind? So I can regain hit points.
Sure. Well, you guys, well, Evergreen's doing that, running around like a crazy woman, that she is at the moment. Several of the dwarves go up there. You hear some kind of battles and shouting going up above, and you even what would Blue like to do?
Blue would want to possibly before they did go up there, go into the building and just say, "Don't kill anyone, please. I prefer no deaths."
And you don't hear any screaming. You just kind of hear determined shouting, other stuff. Let's see here. All right. Suddenly, there's a shaking, and you hear the giant yell, "No!" As the tower seems to be descending rapidly through the air.
Oh.
Ah.
Everybody roll dexterity.
As we start falling, I'm gonna start shouting.
Dexterity saving throw?
Yep,
Right?
dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I'll just make sure it was a saving throw, not a check.
I want to get advantage from danger sense, right?
Mhm.
I would or wouldn't.
Yeah, sorry, Evergreen. I took White's character sheet away from you.
Oh, that's fine. I thought I was still doing hers.
No, you're doing hers while she's fine. While you were strapped in. But anyway, you guys do that. The dwarves kind of okay. Dwarves will brace for impact as the dragon appear. You can kind of hear a roaring from the dragon as some other things. Anybody who failed the dexterity thing, you're thrown to the ground. Basically, anybody who got a 10 or lower in dexterity,
I just got a
it's
10.
thrown to the ground and takes 1 point of damage as the tower roughly lands on the ground. Now, give me a moment to figure out where exactly the tower is in Faerun.
Oh.
Because you were heading for Tribor. You were still about 10 days away. And so, which means you're halfway from the point where the tower picked you up. Oh, no, sorry. You're a day and a half away. So, you're almost to Tribor. Cool. Particularly, I thought it was 20 days. No, it's 11 and a half. Bryn Shander's the furthest one.
As we fall, I want to see if I can grab the nearest dwarf and use them to cushion my fall.
Yeah, the people who fell only took 1 point of damage. It's not that bad.
Well, I wanna grab the same dwarf I grabbed while I was trying to intimidate at the beginning.
No, the dwarves were all upstairs. They're on the second floor. I just kind of left I just kind of left their tokens behind.
Dang it.
So I need to find Tribor on the map and determine where we are. But you were, a day and a half away in the air, but that's more time away by foot if you're still going there, or if not, there's other places you can go. But that's kind of your only hint. That's the only problem with this map. The things are everywhere.
Yeah. At least the tower
Ah,
didn't
there's
fall
Tribor.
on top of Tribor.
Yeah.
That would have sucked.
All right. Sorry, I'm just looking at the map. I'm trying to figure out where to do that. Okay, so this would mean that you're close to Westbridge, near the Sword Mountains. Right. So the tower kind of lands, it shakes, and the giant is like, "Oh no, oh no, oh no!" But you hear that the giant is fine, and as the dwarves kind of come back down from up there, and saying, "We have disabled this hideous contraption. No longer will it haunt the skies above." And they go to they've already tied Black up because he said you weren't protesting. So okay, so Black, you have to roll sleight of hand for those sneaking things. Okay, so yeah, you're still holding those. The dwarves kind of pick you up. They've tied you. They pick you up and head outside with you. And basically look at the others and say, if you want to come back with us, we are close by to Westbridge. We can give you aid there.
Well, if you're taking him, I point to Black, then we might as well go with you.
Yes.
Doesn't seem like we have anywhere else to go.
I cross my arms, kind of like very hesitant on following Black, who pretty much sent a group of dwarves just to beat me up. I look at Blue. Did Blue agree to go?
Yes, I agreed. I'm going with them because they're taking Black. Might as well go. Got
I
nowhere
give
else.
a very
Wish they had an
desperate
index in
sigh
this
and
book.
say, fine. And just, again, give a death stare at Black.
Let's see if there's anything specific about Westbridge in this book. Oh, here we go. All right. So you get out of the tower. You see some griffins kind of up top. You see the dragon there. You see kind of Zephyrus kind of poking his head out and looking sad and saying, "Don't give up on your mission. I will find you again. I promise." And kind of on a road now. So Evergreen was not wanting to follow her friends.
No, I'm not going with the cockroaches. I trust the talking tree, but the cockroaches are weirding her out.
Okay, I grab her from one of the doors and pretty much sling her over my shoulder.
Thank you, talking tree. Cockroaches are scary.
I point at Black and say, "What is he?"
I look at him. What's with the bull?
So we'll
I don't
take
know.
we'll take you guys to the what's the name of the inn? Sorry. The Harvest Inn. I hate it when names get cut off between pages. It's annoying as all hell. We'll take you to Harvest Inn. It's the tavern that serves all of Westbridge. You should be able to find rooms there. This one is going to jail pending his trial. They point at Black.
Well, could you give me updates on the trial situation for him then, please?
Whoa.
If you're staying at the inn, we will come find you.
Thank you.
Everybody roll a 1d100.
Whoop, that's a +6.
And Blue, and only Blue, roll me a perception check. Ooh. Okay.
I'm very good at
The
perception.
current time is it's marching on towards evening. It's kind of like mid-afternoon. It's not quite evening. It's not quite dinner time yet, but it is mid-afternoon. It's like 2 hours before evening, before the sun would fall. Hold on. All right.
I'll keep an eye on it
All right.
as we.
As you walk, after about after like 2 or 3 minutes of walking, even though it's still off to the corner of your eye, the sight that you see vanishes.
Huh. That was interesting. Dwarves.
And the doors kind of one of the doors holds up. Yes.
I'd like to investigate something real quick.
All right. Well, don't go too far. We won't be able to protect you properly if you wander off and something eats you.
Okay. And I signal for Yellow
Bye, giant rat.
to follow me. Like, Yellow, can you follow me, please?
Yeah.
You're probably
I point at Evergreen with her.
no. I'll
Yeah. I
have the
take her
wolf
down.
take her over, I guess.
Alright, I follow him.
And I go towards where the
All right.
where I
So
saw the glint coming
I have you and blue on the map for that matter. Sorry, for blue and yellow on the map for that matter.
There, I wouldn't recover any health back from time.
I can't make out a word you're saying. You're completely broken up.
We wouldn't take a short rest or anything like that, right?
No, not yet. You've just been walking, so you're not enough for a short rest.
Alright. What's up, Blue?
Okay, so as we were walking up, I saw something shine in the woods, so I wanted to have a look at it. And
Me.
I brought you along with me because you could hold
Alright.
yourself in fight if things got problematic.
Okay. I left you at the road. Do I do a perception check?
Yes, you do.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So you don't see anything that yellow is talking about. You have no idea what he's referring to.
Could you be a bit more specific? Where did you see it? What it looked like?
Can I, Grizz, can I spot it? Like, spot the...
No, it seems to have vanished.
Well... Can I just start walking in the direction I saw it?
Sure.
Okay. I'll just go this way.
Okay, I'll follow suit.
All right. Roll
Okay, on the
roll a
lookout.
perception check for me, Blue.
Yes.
No, survival. Sorry, survival check.
Bible.
See if you.
I don't know if I have this
Okay,
proficiency or
let's
not.
see if you do. What do you do, the drunken sailor? What do you do, the drunken sailor? What do you do, the drunken sailor? Early in the. Yep. No, you're not proficient in it.
Oh, now that song is stuck in my head.
Nick, you may also roll for a survival check.
Alright.
All right. Let's see if you're nuts. That's stupid shit. And you find out that yes, indeed, you're proficient in survival, but your wisdom doesn't modify anything.
Me or Blue?
Yellow.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured that Outlander.
Yeah. So, while you have no idea what Blue might have been looking at or looking for, you do find something very odd that you know is not right. Even though you don't have any real memories, you get this feeling of wrongness immediately, as you come to a patch of ground that looks as if a circle has, not a circle, but a globe just took a chunk out of everything around it and left no splinters. Like, there's all these grasses and bits of trees that look as if a circle had appeared in the middle of them and then vanished, taking away everything that was within inside of it, and just left perfect circles around in its wake, or perfect globe impression around in its wake.
So there's on the floor. You're saying?
The floor, the bushes, part of a tree.
Right. I kind of hold Blue back from advancing and say, wait, something doesn't feel right. We should
What is
be a
it?
little bit more careful.
Okay, let's be more careful. But I'm still very curious at what the light was. So, is it safe to continue moving forward at least?
Through the road?
No. Further
Or-
into the further into the forest.
I'm not sure, but let's move cautiously and a little bit
Okay.
slower.
We'll go a few feet more. Then, if we can't find anything, just head back.
Can I roll a stealth check?
Sure.
Kind of go. Alright.
You're being very quiet.
And try not to snap any twigs or anything. How far are we from this circle on the floor?
You kind of left the circle imprint behind, the more of a globe imprint behind, and going in, you find nothing else of it, nothing else that seems out of place. Just that one impression area you found.
And I don't see the light anymore.
Nope, the light's been gone since before you entered into the woods.
Blue, do you recall anything or do you have feeling of what this could be? Or do I maybe recall from some visceral memory what this could be?
Roll at a straight intelligence check.
Oh.
Roll a 1d100 for fate check to see if you have any direct information about it.
Uh-oh.
I'm not good at 100. Oh.
Okay. No, you've never encountered anything like this before. It's like totally strange that something like this might have happened. Some things go through your mind about lights, like maybe a will-o'-the-wisp, but it's clearly not it's clearly not a swamp out here. It's something else, something that you may have been able to identify had you seen it yourself, but because you didn't see it, and you have no idea how accurate Blue's description might be. If you saw it, you might understand it. Is what you just kind of like niggling there in the back of your brain, trying to come into focus.
How big is the depression?
It's like 10 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet.
Alright, I'm gonna take out one of the hand axes I have on my belt, and I'm going to try to throw it in the exact middle, or as close as the middle as I can.
Okay, roll an attack roll.
Oh, I'm just tossing it though.
All right. The hand axe sails perfectly through the middle and eventually embeds itself into a tree on the far side.
Alright. Nothing happens.
Nope, nothing happens.
Alright. I look over to Blue. Oh, let's let it be.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Walk back to the
Yeah,
road.
let's return back to the dwarfs.
All right. And I will describe the town to you shortly. Time for a 10-minute break for bathroom and other things, which unfortunately means I have to take off my headset while I get up.
Word. I hope you're all enjoying my suffering.
Who's that?
Evergreen.
Oh yeah, I'm having a blast. My drunken sailor part just was awesome.
Now, what you. Go from one side to. Maybe.
Oh, shit.
Was this him?
Yeah, it looked like Quentin had to leave.
That sucks. Well, guess he's going to jail.
That bastard nearly killed me. I was at 5 HP if it weren't for that stone printer.
I am silver. Obey. I'll say that from White's shoulders as she's dragging me along. Hi ho, Silver. Way.
How many days into Evergreen's 5-day delirium are? Because if this is just the first day, man, Yellow's gonna be so annoyed.
Hey, at least she didn't throw up on you guys.
Yeah, I'm glad for that.
The door started like, Miss, please calm down. Blah.
All rise for Judge Blood. Starts barking around the courtroom.
And then she was running around earlier. She stops like the same dwarf and vomits on him again.
That's just
Blah.
bad luck.
I feel like with the dwarves, the dragon just grabbed a handful and just chucked them at us.
Yeah, I did not know what was up with those.
Like the way she was saying it made it sound like they were just kind of tucked into its claw, like it just grabbed a bunch of them.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, my first thought was that they were prisoners coming to join us in the tower.
They just chucked them. They're like, "All right, huh? Are you guys okay?" Yeah.
Black
No,
said. Black said enough.
bad.
Yeah, he had.
Yeah, he said to just put him in jail.
That's cool.
Yellow has no problem with that.
Yeah. So right as evening begins to fall, find yourselves in a nice little town. This is a small, really a small village that's kind of like strung out along the long road between Red Larch and Tribor. Well, actually, you don't know what's between, but you know, the dwarves explain that to you instead, saying it's so named because it lies to the west of Stonebridge, and they take you over to all except for Black. Over to Harvest. Oh, right. Sorry. Evergreen. Roll me a fate check. 1d100. Alright. So yeah, you're still screaming as they come in. Some people are looking at you. So the dwarves kind of, like, you know, some of them carry Black off to the jail, while another two kind of carry Evergreen off to the local temple in order to attempt to get her, cured and whatnot. And the others, the other group of you are all Well, I think White's going to go with you at that point, and try to keep Evergreen calm. But the rest of you, blue, red, and yellow are all escorted over to the inn. You see it's called the Harvest Inn. And as you come inside, you see a male halfling standing behind the bar. And clearly a bar standing on on a halfling tiered stool with a bar that's meant to serve multiple sized people. So he smiles beatifically at you, and he's got curly hair. And as you looking around the establishment, you can see that there's various weird paintings along the walls. The smell of the air is pretty cheery. You smell a bit of stew. You smell beer, some wood smoke, the occasional unwashed body, but nothing too unpleasant. And the halfling just kind of smiles as you guys are escorted in and says, "Ah, customers, welcome. You seem like new faces."
Yes, we are. Just landed, not too far from here.
Oh,
Landed,
I
you
don't-
say?
I don't think that would classify as a landing.
I go to the nearest table and just plop Evergreen on one of the chairs.
No, Evergreen's escorted to the temple, and White went with her.
Oh,
So is this the
Okay,
three?
good
Is
for
this
me.
is this the three of you?
all right. I go to a bar, pound on it, and say, "Give me 2 ales, please." It's been a long day.
Coming right up. And he kind of rapidly pours you some ales and pushes them over to you. So, what brings you to Westbridge?
Well, we
Um,
were, and probably still are, on a mission, and then several things happened, and it was all because of someone in our group decided decided to do something silly, and
Yes, there was a
We just-
major misunderstanding, and we ended up here.
yeah.
The halfling kind of
Basically-
is looking up at Blue and kind of got this weird expression on his face. I don't think I've ever seen one of your kind up close before. Interesting.
When you guys,
Well,
when
I
you
don't
guys
know
said
if I've
that-
seen one of my kind before either, so we're in the same boat there.
Oh, really? How does that work?
I don't remember anything, honestly.
Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sorry for you. That must be so sad.
Yeah, it is, especially when you start to remember something, and it's not the most happiest of things to remember.
Yes, well, bad memories being pushed away would be very nice. So, are you interested in buying anything other than food and drink while you're here? I am quite the collector of paintings and statues. Or statuettes, rather.
Nope.
You
Yes,
see,
I noticed
you
the
notice-
paintings on the wall.
you
Where
notice
did
the-
they come from?
roll a perception check. Oh, from travelers here and there. Occasionally, it is what they can pay with. That they might be down on their luck and wanting to sell a painting. So I don't know if you heard me. If you can roll a perception check, the three of you in the inn.
Ah, okay. All of us. Nope.
All right.
You think you hear Evergreen in the distance.
Thrakbor, your eyes are drawn to a small statuette that at first you thought may have been some sort of fancy tap or something like that that happens to be standing in front of a keg. It appears to be of a naked halfling man.
Oh my.
Is there any resent? Oh. Wait, I
No,
didn't think so.
but to have it sitting open in a bar like that is a rather questionable thing to do.
It appears the tap is where his genitals are supposed to be.
Oh god. I don't think I'll be ordering any ale from here.
I go to the bartender. Put a nail on top of those two first ones, please.
Sure thing. He appears not to be tapping the particular keg that statuette has standing in front of.
It was a pump in the keg.
Oh Lord, this world.
Anyway. So, now that you three are here, what do you wish to do? You're having ale, you're noticing lewd statues, you're having a conversation with a halfling.
I rapidly start downing the ales, one after the other.
Roll a constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Fail.
Hopefully.
That one.
Yeah.
You're good. I was today listening to a story where a failure failure concerning alcohol resulted in the end of the world. But I don't know if any of you ever watched the videos for there's just one person's video that I spotted because it was linked to from from the videos of Puffin Forest, and her video is all about her character getting drunk because of a nat 1, singing karaoke, casting wild magic, and destroying all the magic in the area, which then released a Turusk. I thought it was hilarious.
What?
Well, for some reason, these people had built their city on top of where a Turusk had been secured with with heavy magic. It was probably leaking all sorts of magic, and so they were capitalizing on it by building a magic city, not realizing what was underneath of them. And so when a huge anti-magic field went up because of a wild magic spell misfiring.
Oh no.
I thought it was hilarious of a story to listen to, but it's like, it's why we roll drunk checks. Because anything can happen. But anyway.
Whoops.
No Turusk here. I'm not that evil.
Let's hope.
Yo, I've had a fight at Tarrasque. That fight went way
Well,
different.
not now. Obviously, at 5th level, Trask would KO us easily.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we could take it.
No.
Wipe his ass for this.
Especially not a 3.5 version.
Oh no. Not that stuff. Oh.
Yeah. 3.5 version, you need to have a wish. Anyway.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's the only way you can kill it?
Yep. Anyway. Without some really heavy thinking and of how to secure it again. Anyway, so you're still fighting sober after all those drinks. Red would be probably be blushing if he could. Blue.
I'm just sitting, just mulling over the events that's happened to lead us to this point.
DM, out of curiosity, out of the 5 days Evergreen has her delirium, what day is this? Like, are we getting near to the end?
This is day 2.
Oh my gosh, I asked for 3 more cups of ale. I'm like, I don't know if I can hold it back much longer.
Another Constitution saving throw from you, then, please.
Wait, how about disadvantage because he's already a delirium?
No.
Damn.
Ooh. Another saving throw?
Yes.
Oh.
You're still fine.
How long do you think we're gonna stay here?
So the halfling looks at you guys and goes, "So, can I interest you gentlemen in some food? We have some lovely stew today."
Nice, that sounds good.
Yeah, we did kind of run out, but we did kind of lose our big food stockpile, didn't we?
Well, yeah, because Black had it, and
Yeah.
he's now in jail.
Ah,
They confiscated our goods.
And Evergreen was the other one creating food for you guys. But anyway, so he says it's a lovely stew. It has some nice potatoes, some carrots, and some lovely wild boar, fresh cut.
Sure.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
All right, 3 stews coming right up. He goes over to the the kettle where everything is boiling, pulls out some bowls, and fills them up with some lovely stew. It all
As
looks
one of my wounds starts trickling blood down my eyebrow, I say, "Give me 3 of those stews."
3. All right. He fills up an extra couple of bowls and slides everything in front of you guys. It looks pretty nice, not watered down. Got some thick chunks of meat in there. Got some nice vegetables.
I think I'll try it.
thank you for the meal.
No problem. I live to serve. So you're not here for the art, and you say you landed, which is an odd statement.
Yeah,
Yes, it's a long story.
it's a really long story.
It's a really painful story.
Well,
When does it start creeping?
I'm not going anywhere since this is my place after all. So if you wish to tell, I'm here for you.
Okay, so we lost our memory. We ended up in a castle. We flew on the castle. Dwarves attacked us for no reason. The castle fell, and we ended up here.
Wow.
That's of course the summarized version.
That is
That is
extraordinarily
a
summarized.
weird way to go. Oh, my name, by the way, I forgot to tell you. How rude of me. I am Hirvin Dardragon. And he puts out a hand. And who are each of
Nice to
you?
meet you.
I'll just call you Lynn. How about that?
Well, you see, we don't.
Hurivin. Hurivin.
Vin. Okay, Vin then.
Hmm.
The thing is, we don't know him. At least I don't think.
Oh, you
I
don't, do
do.
you?
Name.
He frowns. Well, I've never met you before, so. But let me think. I am good. I think I'm good with names. Maybe I can give you names. He grins. What do you
Call
think?
me
No.
Blue.
I'll
No.
give myself my own name.
Just call me Blue.
Blue,
I'll make the
blue,
sound
you
of
claim, huh?
crackling fire.
He kind of looks over
Can I
at
myself
Red
on
and
the-
says, "Oh, that is incredible."
Can I give myself my own name?
Sure, of course you can.
Okay. My name is. I'm like there 5 minutes trying to think of like John Tess.
All right, put that into your thing.
Or for the time being at least.
Rondus. All right, I can see that.
Alright. So I think to let him know. Are we gonna be staying here for a long time?
I'm
And we might be here for a few days.
yeah
You
until
wouldn't happen to have rooms in this inn, would you?
Well, of course I do. I have rooms.
yeah we're gonna need 3 rooms.
Hmm. see how I can accommodate. Well, 3 rooms might be a bit pricey. See, there's 1 room I have available that has 4 beds in it. The rest all have 2.
Oh, that 4-bed one will do probably.
Yeah, let's grab one of those.
All right then.
Wait,
Okay, so I'll use
Guys?
2 beds. You guys use the other.
some money. I just whisper to Red, like, need some money.
I got. How much for the
I
room?
have some money.
How much
Okay.
for the room? And the drinks and the soup.
He gave you stew, by the way. So he basically kind of clips his hands together and says, "Well, you look like some nice folks. For all of this, how long do you plan on staying?"
I
In
don't
2
think
days
that's
for now.
fine.
That's a very good question.
2
I
days,
mean-
at least for now.
Wait, can you repeat that, please? I kind of couldn't hear how many days.
2 days, at least for now.
2 days? All right.
Yep.
Well, we are a modest inn, so for the room itself for 2 days, that'll be 1 gold. For all this lovely ale and food, kind of looks around. It says, let's see here. Hold on a second. So for all of this food that you've eaten, he kind of like looks over towards the Goliath. That would be another additional 2 gold. So
Alright.
3 gold altogether.
I get out 3 gold pieces and put it on the counter towards her. There you go.
Wait, where did you get that money from?
It's, as I'm gonna ask the DM just in case. With all the equipment from our background, do we also get the pouch with the money, or do we not have any at the beginning?
I'll just let you have some money so that you're not kicked out of here. That'll work for me.
Okay, it's 10 gold, which is modest, I would guess. So yeah, I'll hand her 3 gold for it.
Hand him. Yeah.
Him. Is that looks like a girl on the.
It's a guy.
That's a nice bun you got there, man.
Oh, well, thank you.
I just cough and look away, remembering the statue.
Well, yipping little dogs.
Yeah.
Yip, 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 yip.
Chihuahua.
Anyway. So, after, Rob, you guys have finished your stew, he shows you over to your room. Back here. It gives you privacy. This is the best you've seen since the moment you guys remember waking up. Actual beds, tables, footlockers, chair even to sit on. That cost you was gold for 2 days.
Just go over and flop into
do I
one.
sit on one of the beds? Or do like my legs hang out?
Well, for the bugbear and the Goliath, it might be a little bit short. But for the Kenku, it's just right.
I go to the other bed and just drag it so it's one beside the other, literally. and I just sleep in a diagonal sense. So it more or less covers most of my body.
Makes sense.
Just from the pure exhaustion, I just sleep automatically. Like,
Yeah, even though it's just barely evening now.
yeah,
Barely
I'm just
dark out.
tired because I took the beating.
Hmm?
I dream of beating up Black.
Well, he made bad choices. Poor orc, or half orc, or whatever they have him as.
Yeah, more blood.
Wood Crackle! That's a good name. Meanwhile, Evergreen, after a couple of hours, you've been taken to the temple, received a restoration, and your brain is no longer scrambled. You're now back to your old self, except for you still can't remember anything, which they find interesting. It's like basically they've been studying you, and they've been talking with White about this memory loss issue, and they still haven't been able to fix that, but they were able to fix your instability.
So they don't know what's wrong with me still.
Correct.
Okay, now that I'm of sound mind for now, I
Ooh,
want to see if I can
fireflies.
figure out what's wrong with me. I want to see if I can figure out what's wrong with me.
Nature check. Or medicine check.
Can I do
Medicine.
either or?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops! I forgot to take it off a disadvantage. It's a 8. The first roll's an 18, so
Yeah, hold on, I'm checking your sheet.
yeah, my bad. So it'd be a 23.
Alright. So you get the idea that this is some kind of withdrawal that you've been suffering from.
Can I figure out the substance I'm withdrawing from?
Nature.
All right.
Insert whatever substance you usually take.
All right. I just look at them. Hey, can you just give me some herb and a pipe? I think I'll be good if I have those.
White's kind of shaking her head at you, and the clerics that healed you are kind of like looking dumbfounded at you and saying, "Miss, you no longer have any need for it. We've cleared that all up."
Okay, can I still have it?
I don't have any.
Damn. Can I go now?
Yeah, they're not keeping you here or anything like that. The door's like right there.
All right, peace out.
White's basically deciding that she's gonna stay there for now with them. What are you going to do once you leave leave the safety of the temple?
I'm just gonna wander around.
So you see, the city, the village jail. You see a trading post that's shutting down for the evening, and you see the tavern where everybody seems to be congregating now.
Okay, I go in there then.
Yeah, a lot of the places are filled up. You see a halfling serving at the bar. You see weird paintings and a statue, or a statuette actually. It's small enough to fit on a countertop.
I walk up behind the bird and I go, that keg is kind of gross looking.
The bar has things that would keep you from going back there.
Oh,
But
I'm sorry. I didn't realize there were the rooms.
yeah, I'm
Oh,
not bothering to bring out extra tokens. Sorry, my bad. Last time I did that, nothing happened. I spent all that time putting out all of the vultures and the cultists, and you guys didn't fight them. So it's like, I'm not gonna bother putting in the tokens unless you actually start a fight here. Because these guys are kind of ignoring the people in this tavern right now. While it is busy and you see random people that could be interesting to talk to, at the same time they are currently ignoring you. they don't have any interest whatsoever of talking to you this day. Maybe they'll feel better about that tomorrow, but for right now,
Anywho, I'll just get some food and ask if I can go sleep in that chair in the corner.
I'm sorry, but there's no sleeping in the chairs. I do have rooms for rent.
That seems like a bit much.
Only five silver per day.
I'll find a nice bush. And I leave.
Like you hear some shouting behind you saying, "But some city guard, the town guards might arrest you for that."
And also, as probably Evergreen
And
leaves,
hey, you didn't pay me.
as Evergreen leaves, Blue's like, "Oh yeah, we forgot to mention yes to the bartender," and I start heading out to the
The
bartender.
temple?
Okay, Blue. Roll me a perception check. You spot Evergreen leaving, even as the crowd is kind of like all pairing off and talking to each other. The noise level is starting to get pretty loud in the main room at the moment. And
Evergreen!
you hear the bartender shouting that she hasn't paid him yet.
And I just shout, "Evergreen, over here!"
I guess I'll do a perception check. Perception. I hear Lance, dude.
Yeah, you see that your companion, the big gruff-looking bugbear, kind of standing over there. You can kind of make him out
Oh.
through the crowd.
What's up? I go over to him. What are you guys doing?
Well, first off, you should pay for whatever you got, probably a drink.
Yeah, right. I
Second
probably
off,
should.
we have a room that we rented. It has 4 beds, so
Oh, that's cool.
should be enough for you to sleep in.
Alright, I go over here and I pay for whatever I ordered.
That'd be 5 copper.
I give her 5 copper.
Him.
Alright, here you go.
That's a him.
And I'm also gonna go over here and say, oh yeah, I did forget to mention that one, we have Evergreen here
Hello.
with our group, and also we have another girl called what's her name again? White.
You mostly know her as White, but her name's Lilith.
And we also have a girl called White. If she comes in here, just know that she's with us. You'll know.
She's a dwarf.
Bartender nods a bit. Well, and then he thinks about it for a moment and says, I'm afraid that the noise level will be quite rowdy for a bit longer. You're welcome to hang out here in the bar for now, if you like.
You know I can get any clay.
Well, I imagine that the trading post will have some, but it's closed at this hour.
I'll have to check it.
Well, I'll be going back to our room now.
Alright, I gotta find me some gnomes.
Wait 1 second, I'm looking something up on a random table. Why do I keep hearing noises in the background?
Oh. I think those usually Tom.
I know I was looking at a nice random table generator earlier, and now I can't find it. Just give me a moment. So I had it all set up. I had a link to it, and it seems to have vanished. I was like, it's one of those days, and I hate it when that happens. And I'm just going to ignore that. So yeah, there's nothing of interest going on right now in here. It basically looks like everybody is, talking with people that they know and are ignoring you guys completely. There's just the halfling behind the bar. That's about it.
I'm gonna ask the halfway at the bar where I can find some medical grass.
He
My
shrugs.
glaucoma.
I have no idea.
Damn it. She just goes and sits kind of in a hug.
So, what would the rest of you guys like to do?
I would,
Probably just rest up.
yeah, I want to see what check I would do to see if I would start snoring or not.
Go for it.
What would I?
Constitution.
Saving throw?
This is a check.
All right.
Yeah, you're snoring.
Oh,
But of course, you guys have been in the same room together, sleeping for the last 10 days, so it's not like this is anything new. And this is the first time you guys have had beds of any kind in those 10 days.
And I'm enjoying it as much as I can.
Oh yeah, me too.
Nice not sleeping on the floor.
It's kind of a weird feeling because what I saw of the tribe in the mountains, I would guess that the bed would feel extremely relaxing.
Yeah. I know I first experienced some last weekend when I tried sleeping on the floor of the hotel room in my sleeping bag, and it was too hard, and I had to, in the middle of the night, unfurl the usually very, very bad to sleep on fold-out bed from the couch. And after I tried to sleep on the floor, it was more comfortable.
When my parents come to visit, because it's only a one-bedroom place, I usually pick up the sleeping bag and I sleep. The reason
Yeah, it's
I don't have any.
yeah, I could
No,
probably
I-
sleep on my personal couch on my sleeping bag in here, but the couches at the couches at the suite I was staying in, because I didn't want to spend money on my own hotel room. My parents were were getting a suite anyway, and they said, hey, you can come along, you can sleep on the fold outs. And
Yeah.
we can all go to see the terracotta exhibit at the Cincinnati Museum of Art.
Yeah. Either way, I don't mind sleeping bags because I've camped so much, so it's just like
Yeah.
second nature. I'm like,
Yeah, but I completely forgot that the sleeping bags with my back, because I have a bad back, that I
Oh, yeah.
really need an inflatable mattress to go along with that.
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
Side talk.
yeah. So normally I would continue on with more content and like give you some interesting NPCs to work with, but unfortunately there was some people missing, and the fact that this was not one of the outcomes I anticipated, and I had all these random generator things set up because I was looking them over earlier. I now seem to have completely lost them, so that kind of leads to another technical difficulty. Too many technical difficulties in this week's session. So I'm kind of like, it's one of those things of I feel like I'm done for the evening, even though it's still kind of early. And I promise that I'll have better content in 2 weeks for this
Alright.
session. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I will-
fine.
Mostly because again, I'd anticipated us getting the Tribor. I hadn't thought about what was going to happen with the dwarves when they showed up.
I can't believe we fell out of the sky.
It was more of I can't believe that Black decided to attack them.
I'm so like yellow.
Yeah,
Jontas is like pissed at Black so much for doing that, especially since he's the only guy
Yeah.
one that got his ass kicked.
Yep. Because I kind of figured that the dwarves would show up and you guys would try to negotiate with them, or would all get into a fight with them, depending.
yeah, I was
And
planning on
instead,
What?
and instead,
Negotiate?
Black immediately attacks them.
Yeah,
He didn't immediately
was
attack
setting-
the cultists. He immediately attacked the dwarves.
I was setting up for the you.
Oh, you're kind of fading
Like
out
how-
there. I couldn't make.
red, white. I like how red and blue were just at the entrance, like, "Huh, how do you think it's going inside? Well, oh, pretty good, I think.
Well, we didn't want to get involved.
Exactly.
So I have to say, Evergreen's dementia has to be the best part of today.
Oh yeah. Well, see, that's what I've been working with the fate checks. Instead of having an actual I've thought about making an actual table for it, but instead I go, okay, I'm gonna go with my instincts and impulses and base it off of what people roll, just basing on the numbers and the situation. Like sometimes it'll be high, sometimes it'll be low, sometimes it'll be in the middle, that sort of thing. And I'll decide it beforehand without telling anybody, and then go with it depending on what happens and what's most interesting for the situation.
It's a good thing she got more or less sober, because if this would have dragged on for 3 more days, Yellow would be like, at
Yeah.
the end of the 5th day, he would be like,
Yeah.
exhausted.
Yeah, she would have double exhaustion. She might have fallen overboard, that sort of stuff.
I'm pretty sure more than one of us would have snapped by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.